Hello and welcome to another stream. Is everything working? Yes, okay, good. Oh shoot, I forgot to start this one. Okay, yeah, we have some background video while I'm talking as per usual, so you can see some... Oh, they stop spinning! No! Okay, well, it's fine. So we have some Minecraft in the background while I'm talking about random topics, and then we will jump right to the videos as per usual. So how is everyone doing today? How was your day? I can already see some people in the chat. Hello Misty. Hello. Oh no, wait, I think that was from the last time. But yeah, Kevin is here. So how are you doing, Kevin? You got us? What do you mean you got us? No one is here. Yep, I don't know. There are sometimes lurkers. But the lurkers are not speaking, and that's fine. No one should be forced to talk, you know. And I will probably add this to my rules at some point as well, you know. Don't force others to talk. Don't be like, "No, why is no one here?" You know, because it's fine. There are people watching. They just don't want to talk, and that's fine. They probably have me on their phone or on their, I don't know, while they are playing something in the background, and that's fine. So yeah. TV, yeah, or TV, something, I don't know. But yeah, today we are here to check on some lies. Someone is lying to me. Who is lying, huh? Are you lying to me, Kevin? We are checking on some tech and industry, I wouldn't say scams, but let's say weird techniques that they use to deceive us. That's what we will be checking on today. We have several videos, and as always, everything is linked in the description. So just like here in this video from Drift Away Ambience, there's like a small description here that you can open, and you can just click there, and then there will be links here. Like instead of this text, there will be links to all the videos we will be checking out today. And then you can go there, you can like the video, you can, I don't know, leave a comment there, you can tell them that you came from my stream. Or you can check out other videos of the channel, you know, or you can even share it with your local Minecraft pet, or this guy over there. You can share it with him, this guy. Do you see him? So yeah. So that's what you can do. Do you have a Discord? Yes, you can also find the Discord in the description. So yeah. All right, enough talking. We have 4 videos we will be checking out. Let's just look into them. Also, usually I have the first video we are watching as the thumbnail, but this time I don't have. I think it's the... Which one was it? The first, or I don't know. It's one of the first videos, but I don't know which one exactly it was of them. So yeah, it's not the first one this time. I think it's the last one actually. I think I put it last because the last time we watched like a video like that from a bigger YouTuber, the live stream got freaking stopped by YouTube because they're thinking that we are copying something. So I put it at the end. So if the live stream stops, you know why. And you know, it doesn't stop while we also have other things that we want to check on. So yeah, okay, let's go. Let's video for today is lies companies are legally allowed to tell you. But before that, Kevin, wait, why is Kevin not showing up? That's why. Yeah, don't ask for things like that. Don't ask for things like add me somewhere. My bot is automatically restricting those. Because, you know, people like to spam, like add me there, add me there, add me there, add me in Minecraft, add me on Roblox. Like, yeah. Don't write it in the chat. Don't do it. Okay, let's go. The first video is from Chill Dude Explains. Lies companies are legally allowed to tell you. So before we get into the other things, we will check what they are legally able to tell us anyway. Like, what can they do? I already know one thing. I know one thing actually, which is really funny. It's from Coca-Cola. or technically any drink that says zero sugar, you know. It's really funny because I was talking about it with a friend because we were talking about consumer goods and things like that. I will not say why exactly, but that's what we were talking about. And did you know that Coca-Cola, just an example, there are also other companies doing that, they are allowed to tell you that there's zero things in it if it's below a certain threshold. Like the zero sugar things are not having zero sugar in it. I think it was they can have in the US you can say that they have no sugar at all in it if it's below 1 or around 1 milligram or no kilogram, I think. Kilogram, so like, you know, it's a good amount still. I don't know. Kilocalories, that was it. If it's below 1 kilocalorie, which is still a lot, it's like 1000 calories, you know. And if they have that, then they are allowed to say it's having nothing in it, even though they have it in there, which is really funny. And in the UK and other countries in Europe, I think it was a little bit less, but they are not allowed that they have nothing in it, but they are allowed to say they have zero in it. They are allowed to say it's zero because they round it down. That's why it's called Coke Zero in Europe. That's why it's called Coke Zero, because that way they can globally market it that way. It's crazy. It's actually crazy. So don't trust them. Why am I timeout? Because that was the bot. Because you were writing things that you shouldn't. I explained it already. Okay. Anyway, let's get started. We have some things we have to do after the stream, so let's watch the videos.
Let's get right into it. Number 10, picture for illustration purposes only. You know those perfect burgers you see in ads? The ones with the glistening bun, perfectly placed lettuce?
Yeah, and then you go to the store and it looks like... Sorry.
And that cheese drip that looks like it was choreographed by a Hollywood director? Hate to break it to you, but that burger probably isn't even edible. That cheese is probably a mix of oils and color.
That is true. I didn't find your Discord. What do you mean? It's in the description. Do I need to make a tutorial how to open a description? Wait, I'm gonna do it right now actually. And then we will watch the video because please don't stop spamming that you want to join the Discord and things like that. So you go here, you open, then you click on Linktree, you get here, then you click on Discord. That's it. Easy like that. You click there and then you get invited. There you go. It's not that hard. It is actually not that hard. Okay, let's go.
Let's get right into it. Number 10, picture for illustration purposes only. You know those perfect burgers you see in ads?
Mentioned,
the ones with the glistening bun,
like
perfectly placed lettuce, and that cheese.
The only exception is if sometimes the restaurants, you know, there are some really cheap restaurants that cannot really afford like a fancy menu and they put like pictures in it, like actual pictures that they were taking themselves. Then you know you got to the right place. But if they do some fancy marketing, then usually it's bad. I'm doing fine. How are you doing today? How was your day, Suvoji? Suvoji? I messed up your name. I'm so sorry.
Cheese drip that looks like it was choreographed by a Hollywood director. Hate to break it to you, but that burger probably isn't even edible. That cheese is probably a mix of oils and colorants to get the perfect melt without...
At least in the US. In Europe, they are not allowed to do this. I'm just saying, you know, I'm not saying that Europe is better, but in Europe, in the Fanta, we actually have real oranges. Did you know? What a flex. It's not 100% chemical. It's actually oranges in there.
Looking greasy. Those fresh vegetables, probably sprayed with hairspray to keep them looking crisp. That juicy meat patty, probably raw or barely cooked to maintain that plump look. And those perfect sesame seeds on the bun, they're probably glued on one by one. But it's all legal because of 4 magic words. Picture for illustration purposes only. This little disclaimer is basically companies saying, yeah, what you're looking at isn't real, but we're telling you it's not real, so it's
That is true.
fine.
That is
It's
true.
like going on a date
What
with
the
someone who
frick?
used a 10-year-old
Oh,
profile
damn.
picture, but they wrote old pic in tiny letters at the bottom. Companies actually
Oh.
hire food stylists who get paid six-figure salaries to make food look perfect in photos. These people are like the special effects artists of the food world. They'll use motor oil instead of syrup on pancakes because real syrup soaks in too fast. They'll use mashed potatoes instead of ice cream because real ice cream melts under hot studio
Yeah.
lights. And that
Yeah.
milk in cereal commercials, usually white glue, because real milk makes
That is
cereal
true.
soggy too quickly. That burger in
Also
the ad
whipped
probably
cream.
took 4 hours to arrange, cost thousands of
That's true. And one funny thing about, because we saw this picture over there, usually the burgers are not even like, I don't know about most things, but I saw someone remaking those things. There's some dude who is making like videos about creating commercials for random businesses on I think it was on Fiverr or something, and like they were making a burger at some point, and it was actually like a cake, and that's how they do these weird things that they are, you know, like they are falling upon each other because it's a freaking cake. Not always, of course. He also showed other examples, you know, when they were putting everything together and shooting it with a slow motion camera and things like this. But often it's just a freaking cake, and they just shape it like it is, and yeah, then they can make it look fancier.
dollars to photograph and would send you to the hospital if you tried to eat it. Number
Probably,
9,
yeah.
the serving size scam. Pringles cans say only
Ooh.
150 calories per serving. Sounds pretty healthy. The serving size is just 15 chips. Who eats exactly 15 Pringles and puts the can away? That's like
damn.
going to a movie and leaving after 15 minutes because that's one serving of entertainment. Take
That's
those healthy
crazy.
vitamin waters.
Yeah.
The bottle says 50 calories per serving, but if you look really close,
Per
there are 2
serving. Do you have this in America? I never saw per serving in Europe, to be honest. Usually you have to put the actual total size in it. Or you put it per thing, like per ship, for example. But then you also have to say how many are in there. Which obviously most people are not doing, because if one bag of chips got 40 in it and the other one only got 30, obviously you're gonna take the one with 40, right? So yeah. Nice to hear that you are having fun. My day wasn't good. What? I missed my interview for PhD. Oh damn, because of lack of trains. Are you in Germany? Are you from Germany? But yeah, I hope it's getting better. You can do it. Maybe you can reapply. I don't know. You can explain them. But yeah, in Germany it's crazy. Like I remember one time, I don't know where I was traveling. I was traveling somewhere, and I was supposed to arrive at, I think it was 16 or 17, you know, 4 p.m., 5 p.m. And I arrived around 7 a.m. the next day. Welcome to Germany, where everything works except the bureaucracy in the train system. Hello Yuki, how are you doing today? How is your day going?
0.5 servings in one bottle. So unless
Damn.
you're sharing your vitamin water with some friends, you're actually drinking 125 calories. Ben and
Crazy.
Jerry's list their
That's why I only drink my own tea. I only drink my own tea, my leaf juice. Well, it's not my tea. I also buy the you know, the things from companies, the ingredients. But I make it myself, so it's technically my tea, right? And I'm not using those weird, what's the name, these weird tea bags as well. Like I'm not a big fan of them. I'm good. Nice.
Their serving size as half a cup. Half a cup is basically 3 spoonfuls. Who opens a pint of
Damn.
ice cream to eat 3 spoonfuls? That's not dessert. That's a sample at Costco. And the law says, yeah, that's fine. Companies can make up whatever serving size they want. They could say a serving of pizza is 1 pepperoni if they wanted
What
to.
the
Spray cooking
frick?
oil. The label says 0 calories per serving. Sounds impossible. Oil with 0 calories. The serving size they list is a 0.25 second spray. Try timing.
What the hell? That's even worse. That's what you can do in can you do this in Europe? But yeah, we just talked about this, the calorie things in Coca-Cola, right? Damn. Okay, that is even crazier. I'm pretty sure you cannot do that in Europe, but at the same time, it looks like a nice loophole that people can use. Damn. The train thing is almost as bad as in India. Like 20% as bad. Yeah, in Germany, you don't wanna know. Like, what the people are doing here from the train service it's crazy. Like, for example, last year, like every year we have like a statistic. Actually, let me Google this before I lie to you. Deutsche Bahn Ausfall Verspätungsrate 2025. So last year, okay, where is it? Here. So in the last year, there were, damn, yeah. So in the big picture, 40% of the trains in Germany were not punctual, and the trains still count as punctual if they are 15 minutes late. So if they arrived the last train stop 15 minutes before the thing, before the 15 minutes mark, then they still count as punctual. And also, what they can do is they can leave the last stop or cancel the last stop, or midway they can just cancel the train, and then it doesn't count as late anymore. So you have to take this into account as well. This is probably, they were probably punctual in only like 50% or even less, which is crazy. It's crazy. For the original things, it's a little bit better, but the bigger, the actual train tracks, good luck. Good luck. Good freaking luck. Yeah, it's crazy. Germany is crazy.
Exactly 0.25 seconds while you're cooking. That's shorter than a sneeze, but they
Damn.
can legally say 0 because they made the serving size so tiny. Number 8, the up to disappointment. You've seen them everywhere. Save up to 70% off.
And up to 1,000 a week. Yeah. Up to, oh yeah, the up to. The thing is the up to. Yeah. Up to X percentage. Up to $1,000, That's a big scam. I could tell you right now, in my company, if I employ you as my employee, you can earn up to $1 million per second. I can tell you that. And I can tell you legally, I can even put it on a contract. But it says up to, the up to. It can also be just 1 cent. It doesn't matter because it's up to. Like you have to look really closely with these things.
Off. Internet speeds up to 1,000 megabits per second. Earn up to
Yeah,
$1,000 a week. Companies are legally allowed to advertise these maximum numbers even if almost nobody ever gets them.
Yeah.
Think about the last time you saw an up to 70% off sale. You probably didn't find anything actually marked down 70%. Maybe that one ugly sweater nobody wanted, or those shoes from 3 seasons
the things they want to get out of their storage. It's crazy. I'm back. Welcome back.
ago that look like they were designed by a colorblind raccoon. As long as just one item hits that maximum number, the whole claim is...
Is it only one item? Well, maybe I gave a wrong example with salaries. But yeah, it only needs to be theoretically possible. That's the only requirement it has. You can put any crazy requirement up there, You can do something like earn or get me $5 million and you can get up to 1 million back, You can do crazy things like that. I don't know. You can do crazy things with these things, but yeah, I use real examples probably. So in for products, it's like only one of the things have to hit it. I didn't know that actually. Not that I would use it, but well, we are already kind of using it. And on Vizora, we have on our service page. Wait, where is it? Where is it here? If you go over here in services, This is our website. There you can see our collaborations and what we did. And then here we also offer like telemanagement. If you don't wanna have the Vizora brand on you, or you don't want, or you already have your own management, but you need some help with, for example, negotiations, then you can book these things here. And here it says as well, get up to 2 months for free. It sounds really nice. And then if you go to the yearly, you can see that, the up to goes for the most expensive plan, of course, not for the other ones. So yeah. Okay, let me go back to my page in case someone asks about my height or something. Okay, here we go.
A colorblind raccoon.
How was it there? It was
as long
fine.
as just one item hits that maximum number, the whole claim is legally valid. It's like me saying, I'm up to 7 feet tall when standing on a ladder. The internet companies are the worst offenders. They'll advertise up to 1,000 megabits per second, knowing full well you'll never see those speeds, because that number only applies at 3 a.m. on a Tuesday when you're the only person online and sitting right next to the router while hugging it. It gets even sneakier with those earn up to $1,000 a week. Yeah, there you go. I already mentioned it. Weak job ads. The fine print usually reveals that the $1,000
based on a top performer. You don't even need an actual person. You just need to lay out the framework probably to, to make it possible. How possible it is in the end is another question. You can be like, for example, in marketing, earn up to $20,000 a week, but you have to bring me 50 new clients in one day. Something like this,
It's their top performer from 5 years ago, who worked 80-hour weeks and was probably related to the CEO, and this is all perfectly legal. As long as that maximum number is technically possible under some circumstance, no matter how rare or unlikely, companies can splash it all over their ads. So next time you see up to in an ad, it's basically corporate code for don't get your hopes up. Number 7, zero trans...
You can probably expect to have half of it or even less, usually. And unless it's actually stated already there. You saw the Vizora website, right? What is this? Daily trans fat limit. What is trans fat?
Ever grab a box of cookies that proudly claims zero trans fat and feel good about your choices? That box of cookies might be lying to your face, and it's completely legal. The FDA has this rule that says if a product has less than 0.
That's what I said earlier. That's what I said with the Coke Zero. That's what I said with the Coke Zero. Yeah.
0.5 grams of trans fat per serving.
For freaking, what's the name? For what was the name? For drinks with the sugar, it's even more. It's 1 kilogram. 1 kilogram. Oh, no, kilocalories. Sorry. 1 kilocalorie, which is like I think it's 100 or 1000. I'm not exactly sure, but it's not zero. It is not. What do you like more, Marvel or DC? I don't watch both of them. I don't know. I haven't watched any of them. The only one I know is the movie with Thanos and the others, because friends invited me and I got it for free. So I was like, oh, I can join with the with the Infinity Stones, this thing. Yeah, besides of that, I don't know anyone there. So I cannot judge on it. I'm sorry.
Companies can round down to 0. Say you're eating cookies that actually have 0.4 grams of trans fat per serving. The label can legally say 0 trans fat, but the serving size is just 2 cookies. Nobody eats just 2 cookies. If you eat 8 cookies, that's 1.6 grams of trans fat you didn't even know you were eating. The American Heart Association says you shouldn't eat more than 2 grams of trans fat per day. You could blow your entire daily limit on a 0 trans fat snack.
That's
Look at the ingredients list. If you see partially hydrogenated oils anywhere, that product has trans fat, no matter what the front of the package claims. It's like dating someone who says they're totally over their ex, but still has all their pictures saved. Number 6, the outlet store MSRP. You know that designer jacket at the outlet mall that's...
Uh-oh. I'm using this on our website for Komoribi. No, do I have to be scared? We have the MS... Right now what we have is the MSRP price. And it's crossed out, and then you see the price that we are offering. Uh-oh. Do I need to be scared?
70% off. The one with the price tag showing it was originally $400, but now it's just $120.
Yeah.
That jacket was never $400. In fact, it was made specifically for the outlet store. It was designed to be sold at $120 from...
Wait, but the MSRP was it was isn't it calculated by the average? Like when I went to my distributor, vendor, distributor, we get those numbers and we get like a value from them. Like what do people usually sell this for? And I'm using this number. Wait.
Day one.
Can you just randomly make it up? That would be crazy if you can just make it up. But I thought there are rules for it.
These are legally allowed to slap whatever original price they want on that.
Wait, really? I did not know that. I actually did not know that. I actually went... I went the safe route. I was like, okay. Probably something someone can sue me for if they find out it's not actually that cost. So I just... use that what they gave to me.
That tag, they can literally make up a number and
Wait, what?
It's perfectly legal. Imagine if I tried to sell you a sandwich by saying, hey, this sandwich was originally $500, but for you, special price, just $15. You'd laugh in my face. But when designer brands do essentially the same thing, we fall for it every time. Many brands have separate, lower-cost production lines for their outlet stores. They use cheaper materials, simpler designs, and faster manufacturing processes. So that designer jacket you're looking at is not the same jacket you'd find in their regular stores. It's like getting a movie sequel that went...
That is crazy. That is crazy. Damn, I did not know that, actually. You can just make up the price? Now I'm thinking about removing it, because... but I don't know. I think it's still a good guideline, you know, because otherwise people don't have a reference and they don't see how good or cool prices are. Shouldn't this be illegal? Apparently it's not illegal. Like what I'm using is, you know, we have Komorebi. In case you don't know Komorebi, it's our upcoming merchandise brand. It's the work in progress, but if you go to our website, you can see it here. It's coming in about 50 days. And it's our upcoming store. And what we are doing over there is that, well, the price for the MSRP, we are using what we got from our vendors. Like what they told us, what the other merchants, you know, that are selling the same products somewhere else, what they are selling it for. Because I think it's a nice orientation for us to see what's wrong about the price that others are putting it for. And at the same time, we can show that we will put it at a lower price for our cool community, you know. But I don't know. Now I'm thinking about removing it because it seems like I don't want to make it look like a freaking scam. Because some of the products are quite expensive, actually. Like, we have, for example, hoodies, and they usually go around $70-80 at the moment. I'm still negotiating on some of those things, by the way, but you know, it is what it is. Like the production cost is also around the same value. Like right as of now, from the hoodies, we are getting the least amount of profits because we are trying to make it on a price where, yeah. People can still afford it. It's a good quality and everything, but the issue is more like, you know, I don't want to sell a product for $70-80. That's my issue. If it would be a backpack or something, then sure. But backpacks are, you know, you use them probably more regularly than the hoodie that you put into the wash every couple of days. Yeah.
And straight to DVD.
Damn.
Same name, lower budget.
Damn.
You can't get a discount on a price that never existed. Number 5, the free trial trap. You scroll through your bank statement and notice weird charges. You're still paying for a meditation app you never use. A streaming service you're sure you canceled, something you don't even recognize. This is the free trial trap, where companies legally pick your pocket with your own permission. First, they hit you with the magic word.
Yeah. They don't notify you about it's running out, and then it's just booking.
Free. Then comes the catch.
I had this like 1 or 2 times, but usually I'm really careful with these things because I'm like, yeah, I don't know. There was also I don't know if they still exist. I haven't used them, but there's some provider which can give you a new card for everyone you are making a subscription of, so that, you know, if you don't need it anymore, you can cancel the card and make sure they don't book it from you anymore. Or if it's free, they don't book anything, you know. They do the card check thing, and then afterwards there will be nothing. Hi, it's Kiki. Hello, Kiki. Do you love me? Are you riding? Are you? I don't know if there's something after that. How are you doing? But yeah, I'm doing fine. Hello, Cad. How are you doing? How is your day going? Yes, a sub because I love your outfit. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Arigato. Thank you. I also like, I think this is your cat in your picture. Is it your cat in your profile picture? I'm fine. Nice. Okay, let's continue.
Enter your credit card for verification purposes. They know that once you put in those 16 digits, you're basically sending your future self a bill.
Yeah.
These companies have done their homework on human psychology. We're more likely to remember our...
Yeah, and usually what they also do sometimes is they intentionally put on longer trials that go like 2 months or 3 months, so that you definitely forget about it. You know, you keep using it, or maybe you use it for like 2 weeks, and then you say, oh, well, I still got like 2 months left. Maybe I will use it in 1 or 2 weeks again to check it out, you know. And then you don't check it out again, and then you forget about it, and then you suddenly got a shot for another 3 months afterwards, and then you're like, oh frick. Yeah, that's normal. That's normal, unfortunately. How was your day? It was fine. Hello, Raja or Dakaya. And Luca, hello. How are you guys doing? You are eating? What are you eating? What are you eating? It's already 1 a.m. I'm from the Philippines, by the way. Oh, nice. The Philippines. I like the Philippines. I never went there, but I like the pictures from it. It's a nice country. From the looks of it. I don't know about the government or things like that, you know, but yeah. But you should go to sleep, cat. I'm just saying. Okay, continue with the video.
X's birthday, then when our free trial ends. And they're counting on that forgetfulness like a casino counts on drunk gamblers. Trying to cancel one of these services is like trying to break up with someone who won't take the hint. You click cancel subscription, and suddenly you're in a maze of pop-ups. They ask if you're sure you want to miss out. They offer 50% off to stay. Meanwhile, signing up took exactly 2 clicks, and it's all perfectly legal. These companies can bury the auto-renewal info
so annoying.
in a 50-page terms of service agreement written in lawyer speak. They can make the cancellation button smaller than your ex's heart. There's no such thing as a free lunch. Only one you forgot you're still paying for 3 months later. Number 4, plant-based.
Crazy. I can sleep, bro. Oh, damn. Maybe you can sleep. I don't know. We are having a short stream. Maybe you can listen to my... wait, where's the maybe you can listen to my beautiful wait, this is the wrong, wait, let me try again. Okay, you can listen to my
beautiful voice. You can listen to this and then you can go to sleep.
Okay, let me wait. Is it working? Yeah, I think it's back. Wait, is it back? No, it's back. Okay. Oh my goodness. Okay, I'm back to normal. How was your day, Kat? I'm just hear your majestic voice. Exactly. Exactly. Wait, is everything? Oh, god dang it. Okay, yeah, this is what happens if you play around for too much. Okay, I think it's fixed now. Okay, no, it should be back. Oh my god. Are you excited about the final core of Bleach? Oh yeah, I'm waiting for it. It's we are slowly getting there. And I will definitely watch it. Right now we are probably gonna move our reactions to another platform soon-ish. By the way, that's why there's no new reaction series at the moment. But Bleach and things like that, we will react to it until the end. Like everything we started, I will continue with it. Like I will not drop it. but I will move the reaction things. I'm planning to move the reaction things to another platform where you can probably still watch it for free. So don't worry about that. And yeah, the what's the name? On YouTube, I'm planning to have maybe in the future more organized videos. Planning to have a video about Twitter, speaking about the monetization feature there, you know, showing you how it's working, things like that. Yeah, that's what I'm planning to do in the future here. So, small spoiler. Your voice is better now. Yeah. Okay, I will shut up and try to sleep. Oh, okay. Have a good night, cat. Wouldn't you that another VTuber is waiting after I squalled? Waiting? What do you mean waiting? Waiting? I don't know. But yeah. Okay, let's continue. What is this plant-based? This is interesting for me because Komoribi is an eco-friendly brand.
Junk food. Companies are legally turning junk food into health food with 2 words.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I don't remember the exact regulation on this, but I think if they have at least one plant-based ingredient in there, which could only be like a single corn of something, they are allowed to use that. I think it was something like that, something really sketchy. But let's listen to it before because I'm already spoiling what's happening.
Plant-based. Those Oreos in your pantry are technically plant-based. They're made from wheat, cocoa, and palm oil. All plants. Congratulations, you're eating a salad. Companies can slap plant-based on pretty much anything that came from a plant. High fructose corn syrup comes from corn, which is a plant.
Oh, that's how it was. Okay, well, I was lying to you as well. I'm so sorry, guys. I will do my ukulele video tomorrow. Okay.
Logic, your soda is basically a vegetable smoothie. There's this company selling plant-based gummy bears. They advertise them as a healthier alternative to regular gummy bears.
I saw the first ingredient. I never bought them though, because I don't really eat sweets, man. I don't know. I don't really eat them.
Is organic cane.
Are you getting proper sleep? It's such a nice video, isn't it?
And sugar.
Look at this bamboo.
The second ingredient is organic tapioca syrup. Both plants, both sugar. These healthy plant-based gummies actually have more sugar than regular gummy bears.
I cannot answer this question, I'm sorry.
There's a plant-based cookie brand that markets itself as a healthy snack. Their cookies have more calories than Oreos, more sugar than Oreos, and more fat than Oreos. But they're made with ancient grains, so clearly they're healthy. This is all completely legal. The FDA doesn't regulate the term plant-based. You could deep fry cotton candy and legally call it plant-based because cotton comes from plants. Look at the nutrition label instead, because that's the one thing companies can't easily lie about. Number 3, the pointless no hormones added claim. You're at the grocery store staring at 2 packages of chicken. One proudly declares no hormones added in big bold letters. The other doesn't mention hormones at all. You grab the hormone-free one because who wants...
We don't have this in Europe, I think, or at least not in my country. Like we have different labels which then define how the animal was kept and how much they put into it, you know. We have different labels for that, but it's not like no hormones. There are like 10 different labels. So yeah. Why? You need proper sleep. Your body needs to rest. Sleep is important for you. It is important, yeah. It is important.
To eat chicken pumped full of weird chemicals. But you just fell for one of the oldest tricks in the food marketing playbook. It's literally illegal to give hormones to chickens in the United States. Has been since the 1950s. That means all chicken is hormone-free. It's like advertising arsenic-free water or no uranium-added bread. Companies know that.
No uranium.
It's like advertising arsenic-free water or no...
I think on April 1st... this might be an April 1st idea for a store. I will add some crazy labels like no uranium in this or no something. Which is true, but it's a funny joke, you know? It's a harmless and funny joke. You know what? I'm gonna take a screenshot of this right now. And I will keep this in my idea book. Let me put it as April Fools. There we go. Okay, it's in my idea book now.
uranium added bread. Companies know
I
that
think that's
slapping
funny.
no
That's
hormones
funny,
on the
okay.
package makes their chicken seem healthier. And technically, they're not lying. The FDA actually requires these companies to add a tiny disclaimer saying, federal regulations prohibit the use of hormones in poultry, but they print it so small you'd need a microscope to read it. It's like whispering, just kidding, after shouting a lie. Companies charge more for this hormone-free chicken. They're charging you extra money for following a law they're required to follow anyway. It's like a taxi driver charging you extra for not driving blindfolded. Number 2, kills 99.9% of germs means nothing. Kills 99.9% of germs. Sounds impressive. This claim is about as meaningful as your ex saying, it's not you, it's me. Companies test their products in perfect lab conditions.
You really need to rest? No, you.
Specific germs that are basically
look when you are awake. Wait, what time is it, huh? What time? Korea time right now. And you tell me to sleep, huh? You tell me to sleep. It's 2 a.m.
Pushovers of the bacteria world. Imagine you're bragging about being undefeated in boxing, but you've only fought against inflatable arm-flailing tube men. Meanwhile, the really nasty stuff, the bacteria equivalent of Mike Tyson, isn't even invited to the fight. The surface is perfectly clean, the temperature is just right, and they leave the product on for way longer than you ever would in real life. It's like testing a car's fuel efficiency while rolling it downhill with a tailwind. It's like saying, our security system stops 99.9% of burglars. But don't worry about that 0.1%, they're just the ones with ninja training. There are millions of different types of bacteria out there. As long as companies have some lab tests showing they killed something, they can slap that 99.9% on the label. Number 1, genuine leather is actually the worst leather. So you're at the mall and spot a beautiful leather jacket with a tag that says genuine.
Wait, what? I never saw it like that. I saw real leather. But there's probably a difference in these, right? Or is he talking about that?
Leather. You think, wow, this must...
Yeah, the leather is usually the worst one, the original one, in my opinion, because it's organic. Organic material is rotting away, and it's taking a lot of hints over time that it's already past its own lifetime. So, yeah. Hello, Slaya. How are you doing today? We got another cat. Damn. So many cats today.
Must be the real deal. That genuine leather label is actually a warning sign that you're about to buy the hot dog of the leather world. Hot dogs are made from all the leftover parts that nobody wants to think about. That's basically what genuine leather is. It's the lowest quality leather you can legally call leather. At the top, you've got full grain leather. That's the filet mignon of leather. Below that is top grain leather. Think of it as a nice ribeye steak. Then, far below, you get to genuine leather. That's your mystery meat hot dog. This grade is made from the bottom layers of the hide, which are sanded, buffed, and painted to look like higher quality leather. Sometimes companies even take leftover leather scraps, grind them up, mix them with chemicals and glue, then press them together into sheets. Companies know that most people think genuine means authentic or high quality. It's like putting real food on a package of gummy bears. The craziest part is this is completely legal. These companies can slap genuine leather on their products and charge premium prices. Meanwhile, the material itself can start peeling apart faster than a sunburned tourist.
Yeah, that's why you don't buy these things. I don't know. I never buy leather in general, to be honest. Usually I use like cotton or something like that. Also because this material is softer. Do I have any leather here? I have polyester, which is basically plastic. But I don't think I have any leather products. Like I had leather products in the past. But since it came from animates, at some point I was like, okay, no, I don't wanna do this anymore. You have two simultaneous live streams going on at the same time on YouTube. I just noticed one for shorts and the other one for normal videos. I've never seen anyone do that. Cool. Thank you. Yeah. We have one for your phone, basically. So, you know, if you are watching on your phone or tablet, you have a preferred view where, you know, you don't see the tiny mini chat somewhere in a corner. And then we have the horizontal chat where everything is, yeah, normal. Kind of normal, yeah. It's so everyone can watch what they prefer, you know. And welcome back, Cat Bread as well. Welcome back. Now we have both cats in the chat. I have pizza. Who is eating pizza at 2 a.m.? You always eat at such weird times, Yuki. You should watch your eating habits. Just
So
saying.
next time you see
Just
genuine
saying, you
leather,
know,
just
saying.
remember you're looking at the leather equivalent of a gas station hot dog. Just don't
Damn.
pay filet mignon prices for it. That's all for today. I'll be making similar videos in the future. Subscribe to see them.
Okay. Nice. Nice. So now we learned about what companies are able to do.
So I'm not
And after that, we can look into a video from Vox. And it's called The Lies That Sell Fast Fashion. So we will probably talk about Shein. Which other brands are there? I don't know so many fast fashion brands, to be honest, because I don't use them. Like, usually when I buy something, I use it for, you know, it's usually I go for a little bit more expensive product when I know it will last for the next 3-4 years, you know. That's what I usually go for. So I don't have fast fashion things, but I think there's definitely Shein. Does Temu? No, Temu is not a fast fashion brand. Shein, probably Zara, but I don't know if they are only German. H&M, maybe. I don't know. Yuki, you are more fashionable than I am. What fast fashion brands are out there? Your favorite? What? I'm joking. Oh, okay. What fashion? Actually, maybe I can just Google probably. I mean, Shein definitely. Fast fashion brands. I'm just sad, so I'm listening to sad songs. Damn. Yeah, Zara is international. Okay. Wait, but those are German brands. Wait. International. Oh, they have a different name. Okay, H&M. Okay, so I was not so far off actually. Oh yeah, Primark. I remember them. And I think New Yorker also exists in other countries, right? Probably. Fashion Nova, I don't know them. And Marks and Spencer, I don't know as well. Okay. But we were pretty close then. Okay. Interesting.
So I'm not blowing anyone's
Alright,
mind
let's
here
go.
by saying that fast fashion is bad,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure we've read all those articles and watched
Yep.
all those videos before.
Yep.
But then at the end of last year, I saw the viral TikToks
Fashion
where
Nova,
6
you know them.
influencers were invited to go to Shein.
Instead of doing, I think, what Shein intended, it really undermined the credibility of the
Shein is so crazy and they steal so many designs. It's impossible to sue them because you cannot look at all the designs they are stealing. I don't know if they still do the same thing, but back then when I heard about them, they were releasing, I think it was around about 1,000 designs every single day. Like, who is supposed to check on all of that? Like, what the frick? What the hell?
brand. And
That's like how many? Wait, how many? How many seconds? Oh, let's go with minutes. How many minutes does a day have? Let's make it easy for us, and then I'm gonna use a calculator. Oh, 1,000. Okay, yeah. Okay, never mind. We don't even need a calculator. That's about, yeah. That's round about every, let's say, 30 to 40 seconds. They are making a new design. Like, bro, there ain't no way. There ain't no freaking way.
made it look like they had something to hide.
But if so many of us understood that this was a publicity stunt, how do we explain Shein turning a $30 billion annual profit?
Yeah.
Or how
Damn.
Temu was able to afford a Super Bowl ad?
What the frick? What is
The
that?
rise and wild success of these companies can only mean one thing. We're still buying from them.
Yeah.
Why?
Unfortunately. Yeah, why? Why, people? Why are you doing that, actually? Don't buy things that only last for like 2 or 3 weeks. It's bad for the environment. It's losing you money. It's breaking quickly. You know, it's only having... it's having like 10 times the downsides of upsides it's having. Like the upside, the only upside is, okay, you are trendy, maybe you are looking a little bit cool, you can try out a new look. That's about it. Then the bad things. It's hurting your body because there are chemicals in these things that are actually bad. Then there are, you know, it's breaking after a few weeks usually. It's gonna be thrown somewhere randomly. And then it's gonna be burned. It's gonna swim in the ocean, or it's giving to random people who are then isoburning it. Usually it's not being recycled, or it's not recyclable because they use like 1 million tons of polyester in this thing, which makes it, you know, burn up really quickly as well, and a lot of other reasons. Like, it's crazy. It's crazy. Don't do fast fashion, please. I don't buy from them. That's at least something. Yeah. My goodness. I don't understand people who are buying from them, to be honest. It's so bad. It is actually so bad.
It actually is deeper than you think.
Okay, explain.
But we can do better.
Okay, let's see. Fast fashion.
There are 2 prices for the items we buy online. The price you pay, and then the actual cost. The actual cost consists of things like material, labor, and this.
The impact, yes.
Fashion is an industry that generates a stunning amount of waste.
Yep.
Recent estimates say that 92 million tons of clothing end up in landfills each year.
That's so
The
many.
trouble with the actual cost is that it's usually deliberately hidden from us. A 2023 report from the Fashion Transparency Index found that 45% of major fashion brands haven't disclosed their supplier list, and only 1% of major fashion brands disclose the number of workers being
Well, we also don't.
paid.
Oh, sorry. We also don't have our supplier list, to be honest, on our website. But we on Komoribi, how it's structured is that we list the country where it's coming from. We list the country because, you know, we don't want to expose every single distributor that we have. So yeah. Like if someone requested for checks, or a talent wants to go there to see what's going on there themselves, we usually give it to them, but like we don't publicly do it. It's just a waste of money if I buy from them. That is true. I mean, it's cheap as well, but in the end, it's hurting you, and it is hurting the environment as well. Like, there are so many downsides. It's crazy.
a living wage.
Everything we wear was put together by human hands. There are no clothes sewing robots. You cannot put a bunch of fabric into a machine, press a button, and a shirt comes out the other end. It was made by people. It was made by humans sitting at a sewing machine and putting it together. Labor is supposed to be the most expensive part of making something. That when you get it and it's $5, the question should be, well, who...
Yeah, I remember when I was talking to vendors, like we have a better vendor now, where the products are more expensive as well, but we can guarantee that people get paid. We had a Chinese vendor, and what was it? They wanted to sell us one blank, like one blank is like one t-shirt, for example, without any print on it. I think it was for like 30 or 40 cents. If they print it in their factory, it's 60 cents. Like, what am I paying? Like, are they not making a minus there? Like, whoa. And then they are like, yeah, you can make a huge profit with this, blah 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 blah, you know. And there are people selling this, and those are the people who are going to Shein, and that's how they sell things for like $2, for $3, you know. Like, it is crazy. It is insane.
Who got shortchanged?
That lack of transparency is part of a system that's rapidly developed and become normalized over the years. Fast fashion brands like H&M and Zara initially existed to bring you trends from runway to rack at affordable prices fast. But with the rise of e-commerce, we have turbocharged what we mean by fast and cheap.
Yeah.
H&M and Zara are still problems. They're not good guys here. But companies like Shein and now Temu, I believe, outpace them.
So Temu is doing this now. She just mentioned Temu. I was like, oh, does Temu also count? Because I saw a lot of products there. Well, I saw them, I say, but I I looked on it one time because I received like a sponsorship from them, and I was like, no. But yeah.
By orders of magnitude.
To give you a
I didn't
scale,
take it
a
as you
company
might
like
be
Gap typically produces
might
around
know.
12,000 styles annually.
Clothing
The OG
styles.
fast fashion brands like H&M and Zara more than doubled that
Yeah,
output.
damn.
And
But 12,000 is still a
Where
lot.
is Shein on this scale?
Okay, let's see. Where are they? Oh, we already are at 160,000 annually. And produce different styles. But that's a lot of styles. But it's a style. What does a style mean? Is it like different prints on the same product as well? Or does every size stand for one style because you technically make a different version of the product because it's having one other size to it? How is this calculated, I wonder? Because if it's like every variation counts, then I could also make one singular product in different sizes, different colors, and then suddenly I'm at 200 or 100, you know? Like, I don't know. Hello, Ribbit. How are you doing today? Or Jax. I don't know what you prefer. How are you doing? How's your day going? But yeah, Shein, where are we?
Recent estimates put
What?
that number closer to 1.5 million new styles.
That's even worse than I expected. Like I mentioned earlier, the 1,000 per day, but that's even crazier. What?
Each year. Styles, not items.
Okay, thank you for the clarification. Styles, not items. That's what I was asking for. What the frick? What the frick? Who's this? This is Vox. You can check out their channel. Every video we are watching is linked in the description. But the current one is from them, Vox. They are doing different documentaries and like, knowledge videos. So if you want to get away from brain rot, I can definitely recommend them. They also do shorts, but not in the brain rot format. So yeah, if you like some knowledge, you can check them out. They are really nice.
So what can we do about it? Fast fashion actively takes advantage of us in a few ways.
Okay.
Let's talk about the misinformation machine, starting with this gear. Companies have conditioned and confused us about how much we should have in our closets and how long it should stay there.
How much do I have in my closet? Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think I have like 6, maybe 8 pairs of pants. But they all look the same basically. As you can see, I have the same pants a lot of times. Then I have, I think, like 3 or 4 pullovers. Pullovers, like the, pullover. And then I think I have like 3 or 4 hoodies as well. Maybe 5. And I got a lot of shirts because I was getting gifted from companies. You go to events, you get one for free. Those kind of things. I got like 20 probably of those. Then I got a lot of socks and then a good amount of underwear as well. And I think that's it. Yeah. I mean, I have different travel bags as well, but I wouldn't count this as item that I wear. Yeah. And I have a beanie. I'm wearing it right now for the VTubing because my hair got longer again, so it doesn't interrupt with my face and I get crazy movements with my eyes or something. That's why I'm wearing it during stream. So yeah, okay, let's continue.
The amount of money we spend on
I wonder
clothing
what the average
has
is.
actually dropped quite a bit in the last
really?
decade.
That's
and
good.
the
That's nice.
quality has also dropped.
So not only are
That's
workers
bad.
being exploited,
That's bad.
but the items we're buying are not lasting as long. This sucks for everybody. Now, it's hard to justify spending significantly more when you're used to...
Yeah, that's what I said. Like $80, for a hoodie. That's what I mentioned. That's exactly what I mentioned. Yeah, it's not the best price. We are still trying to get them down. Maybe check on other people as well. But at the same time, you know, how are you gonna justify someone's labor? Like someone was sitting there for a full hour or longer, putting everything together. You know, and then you also have material and other things, so...
Paying less.
Yeah.
But the truth is, those pricier items will last longer. One way to go about breaking this gear is to set strict limits on purchases. Tell yourself, okay, I'm only gonna buy 2 new items over the next 3 months. What do I want them to be?
Only 2? What do you mean only 2? Isn't this a lot? This sounds like a lot to me. Only 2 items in 2 months? I just listed everything I have in my shelf. And that's what I've been wearing in the past 2 or 3 years, probably. I mean, there were some additions every now and then. Or, you know, replacements. But it's around about the same number, usually.
Does this sound impossible? Let's look at why by analyzing these 2 other relentless gears. This one
I
is
maybe buy like 2 to 3 per year. Not per every 2 months.
consumption problem.
And that's why
crazy.
Timmy's tagline is shop like a billionaire.
Oh, okay, yeah, there's Temu.
We're buying more than ever. In 2018, the average American was buying 68 new items of clothing each year.
Damn!
And at that time, Shein was only valued at $2 billion.
What
Today,
the
TikTok
frick?
is a huge culprit for trying to convince us that we just need more all the time.
Wait, if every product cost like $3 and she made a $500 thing, she bought like over 100 products, what do you do with them? Do you eat them? Like what the heck? You put them on a fire for the summer to grill your hot dogs? Like what the hell? Hello Kiki. What the frick?
I spent $900 on shoes.
How?
So I kind of went crazy on
I went on Shein to buy a few things and ended up buying 40 things.
That
Are you out of your freaking mind?
is a new phenomenon. The notion of the hauler who's a regular everyday person who's been watching influencers and seeing what they buy,
What the
getting
frick?
dozens of outfits very cheaply, often, you know, for just a few dollars, with the intent
Wait, there was a
it's very,
what's our
very
price there?
cheaply, often,
How
you know,
much
for
was it?
just a few dollars.
Australian dollars. How what is Australian dollars? AU dollars. 20 AU dollar in euro. 12 for a sweater. What the frick?
With the intent
Are you
of
angry
not
with someone? I'm angry at Shein. Like, what the hell are they doing? Why are people buying
wearing
this?
them very long, with the intent
I don't
of
understand.
throwing
Wait, isn't she wearing the same? Okay, it's fine.
them out.
Shein and other companies are paying influencers to
It's
normalize
fine.
buying in excess. And what we have to remember is that doesn't
Why do
benefit
people
the
buy
individual.
this? I don't
It
understand.
only benefits the brand.
Yeah.
Why would anyone want
How much do they pay their employees? Like, that's what I'm wondering about. If they can sell something that How much does it cost in production? It cost, what was the production cost? I think it was like $60 or something for the hoodie. $60, $70. Then you have taxes and all the shipping and other things going on. Was it 65 to 70? Something around these price ranges. How do they sell it for 20 as final cost? Unless the taxes are not in there. I don't know.
to make it a goal to consume like a billionaire, like knowing how it's not possible for someone to be an ethical billionaire. Why would someone still aspire
What
to want to
the
imitate
hell?
that behavior?
The first step in shutting down this gear is blocking the haulers. Curate your timeline and algorithm away from these things that only make you want to buy. The second step is recognizing that companies like Shein don't care what you want to wear. They make billions because
That
you
is crazy.
don't know what to wear.
You feel that there's something lacking in your
That
wardrobe
is
if you don't have the
crazy.
latest trend. The answer to that is to figure out what your style is and then shop around your style. Then that way you will always have something that you want to wear in your closet.
That is true.
Impulse buys are a huge
That is
source
true.
of regret. One study done in the UK found that 60% of consumers regretted a clothing purchase in the past year.
Damn.
We
UK doesn't
need to
buy
slow
his
down.
stuff.
Changing those
That's
two
nice.
habits isn't easy, but you can give yourself some grace and time. And when things get really difficult, you can think about this final gear, which is incredibly strong.
Okay.
That total lack of transparency,
No transparency.
being used to manipulate you. We
Damn.
don't want to believe the choices we make are unethical, but once you pull back that curtain, you can stick by the conviction that the true cost is not justifiable in any sense.
I don't fault people for not knowing. I do fault people for knowing and then not caring.
That's fair.
Of course, it's not entirely on the consumer. Legislatures in the US and Europe are trying to crack down on some of these larger environmental issues and labor practices. In the meantime, you can take comfort in knowing that our dollars do have power, and we ultimately decide where they go.
You should think about clothing the way
Yeah, I mean, just don't buy there. I mean, it's not so hard, right?
people have done for millennia, which is something to hold on to, something to treasure, something to take care of, something to make deliberate decisions about.
That means the next time someone tells you to shop like a billionaire, ask yourself, do you really want to?
Yeah. Or do you need to?
This shouldn't be a hopeless conversation. I want people to have clothing that they enjoy. I want people to have a closet full of things they love. Wanting people to make better choices isn't about depriving them of beauty
What?
or things they
Do you ever
enjoy.
go to the
It's
mall
about
and
wanting
buy her
people to
stuff?
be more
I mean, it
deliberate
depends
so
which
that
shop
they
you go
can
in,
be
right?
surrounded
I mean,
by
Shein is
garments
also
that they
having
feel
mall
are the
shops.
truest expression of who they are.
I think. At least they have here. But damn. Okay, and then there's something Shein specific there as well. But yeah, this was a quick thing about... Wait, was... Okay, I thought that I made this the last video. Okay, interesting. So the next video is the one that I was actually a little bit afraid of. It's from Mr. Who is the Boss and Marcus Brownie. And they made a video about how tech companies lie to you. So we will see now how they lie to us. What could Apple possibly hide from us, right? It's fine. I will not crash out. It's fine. Okay. I was about to crash out, but it's fine. Let's just watch the video. So, yeah, this is, I think this is, 24 minutes long. So it's a little bit longer, but both of them are high quality channels, I would say. Like they produce their content in a really high quality. They have really high quality standards. So I believe this will be a good one. And we will check it out. Hello, Keto. How are you doing today? Let's get started.
Tech companies have, I think, reached peak levels of deception. You will see incredible headlines everywhere you look. But as
40%
soon as you peel
faster.
back the clever wording,
Oh, the up to. We had this in the beginning. Don't listen to the up to. Don't listen to that. Don't listen to that.
take away the hidden
In specific oh. Damn.
asterisks and you remove the sneaky
This is 3
manipulation of
years
data,
ago.
you realize that
Damn.
never in history has
That's
such
crazy.
little change been sold to us as if it's so much. So
Yeah.
I've teamed up with Marquez from MKBHD to show you how they get you. And I feel like we have to start with the magic new catch-all term of the
Up
tech
to.
industry. Up to.
I knew it. I freaking knew it. I knew it. We're gonna do this first. We're gonna do that one first.
What we need to see, and what we used to see a lot more of,
Wait, can we see it here? 25% faster than A10. So then probably the question is, what is A10? Or which A10? If they have multiple ones, which one? 70% faster multi-thread workloads. Damn.
is this new product is X% better than the last one. This very
Is it the
simple
last
idea
one though?
basically doesn't exist anymore. Practically every single tech company quotes every single change as up to.
Up
Yeah.
to 2 times faster. Gets up to 8 more hours.
Is up to 2 times faster.
You'll notice they don't even write it as up to a lot of the time. They'll just
Yeah.
mutter it quickly under their breath, like it's some sort of pedantic footnote that you don't need to pay attention to. But if you think about it, any stat that starts with an up to doesn't mean anything. I can say this video is going to reach up to 1 billion people. And if
Which
it
is technically true, yeah.
only ends up reaching my parents and then like one cousin in India, I
What
was still
the
right.
frick?
And you could argue, well,
Was this AI? What the heck was that?
you know, workloads are more complex now. It's harder to estimate exactly how much better something is. But the real reason this is being used is very clear. It's to be able to stick a massive number on your web page and not be sued for it. So if you see up to followed by a percentage improvement, honestly, just disregard it and go search up specifically how much better that product is in exactly what you're planning on doing with it. But I'll leave the next one up to you, Marquez.
Damn.
Okay, so in announcement keynotes,
this was a nice transition. This was a good one.
And a lot of advertising specifically. A lot of companies like to do this thing where they combine a bunch of different specs from different versions of the same product into one page, creating what...
Yeah, and then you need to, you know, most people don't make the effort to look up the other aspect. So they are just like, oh, okay, it's better. It's probably better than that. So, you know, and they will not look up that it's even with Intel, you know, Intel is having, if you know, if you have like a i9 processor, for example, and they say it's up to 200% faster than the i7, then they could refer to the i7, the first generation, which came out like 10 years ago. It came out 10 years ago, you know. So, the first one, like, they probably specify somewhere which one exactly they mean, but it's probably something really old. So yeah, that's sketchy. That is sketchy.
What I like to call the imaginary spec. So like one of the most common versions you'll see is a company will put like the maximum up to performance number alongside the minimum starting at price. And they'll put them next to each other in a product.
The starting thing is also so bad. Today is my birthday. I'm turning 14 years. Oh, nice! Happy birthday! Happy birthday! Happy birthday! What is your name? Dan? Happy birthday, Dan, if this is the name.
Product where you can't actually get the maximum performance for the minimum price. Here's Rivian, for example, on the R1T website. You'll see, wow, 420 miles of range and a 0 to 60 in under 2.5 seconds, starting at under $74,000.
That is also sketchy. My name is Dan. Okay. Call me Daniel if you want that. Damn, Daniel. Okay. Happy birthday. Yeah. Happy birthday.
Not exactly, because the one with 420 miles of range is the dual motor, which has a 3.4 second 0 to 60. It's still quick, but the 2.5 second version costs $30,000 more.
Damn!
And has 40 miles less range. And for $73,000, you don't get either of those things.
Wait, they're mixing everything together.
So yeah, this here is an imaginary spec.
Damn, that's crazy.
Oh, and by the way, that's another one, while we're at it, EV range claims. Now there are laws around how accurate your range.
Oh, I should look up my thing. I bought like a I bought like a scooter. Oh,
just like
sorry. I bought like a scooter, and I was also being deceived. I was looking at the numbers, and then I was like, "Wait, why is it not going so far?" And I was like, I was looking it up more specifically, and I was like, "Oh, well, frick me." That's what I thought. Yeah. What's going on? Hello, Sakin. How are you doing today? We are checking how tech companies are deceiving us right now. How they lie to us. That's what we are on right now.
Back. Oh, and by the way, that's another one. While we're at it, EV range claims.
What's
now,
going
there
on
are
there?
laws around how accurate your range claims actually have to be, just like with gas mileage.
Okay.
And some companies are a little more optimistic about that range claim than others.
Yeah.
Fine. But the
I
fact
really
is,
figured that one out. Like, for example, they put it on a thing with no wind or anything, and then they say, for example, for cars or scooters, you know, they put it on a test range with no wind or on a test something, you know, and then they say, yeah, you can reach up to 200 kilometers. You know, you can reach up to 100 kilometers with this thing, you know. On one charge. But what they don't tell you is that it's with no wind and probably with no one inside as well. So it's like, you know, so you have now the factor wind, which is turning your velocity down, And then you also have yourself in there, which is also turning your velocity down. Not by much, but a little bit, you know. And, you know, you are obviously maneuvering the vehicle as well. So it's also going in different directions, which is also affecting it. So there are multiple factors which lead to you not reaching that point anymore. It's crazy. Do you like anime? I do like anime, yeah. We even have anime reactions on this channel.
Is we are still pretty early in this battery tech, and the tiniest, even seemingly insignificant things can make a pretty significant difference to your range. And so even when you break it all the way down to specific Rivian models, the one that does the 2.5 seconds 0 to 60, you can see that 374-mile range claim right here. Well, when you actually click in, that's when you realize that's on a specific wheel with a specially designed sticky Michelin tire.
Damn!
And then, oh, look at that. You're actually getting 338 miles of range. You'll have to switch down to the standard sport wheel and tire to get the 370.
Damn, that's even worse. Colonizer. That's crazy. Why is it crazy? How old are you? I'm 1000 something years old. I don't remember. I'm sorry. But I'm over 1000 years old. Over 1100 years. That's what I remember. I'm older than 1100 and younger than 1200, I think. I think it was something like that. I don't remember. Forgetful. You can forget those things. It's fine.
74 miles of estimated range. So
I'm
yes, even this here
that's me.
Was an imaginary spec. And I promise you, Rivian is far from the only offender in the world of cars and in tech.
And if you thought that companies exaggerating their specs to seem better than others is a problem, then how about when companies just invent entirely new specs so that you can't even compare them to others? When companies start to build loyalty, they want to be able...
Invented? Wait, what can they invent themselves? Rio, does your mountain have hot leaf juice? I usually drink cold leaf juice unless it's Camille. That Camille is one of the few teas that I prefer hot and not cold. Camille, or also like berries. I like like all kind of berries, but that I prefer them hot and not cold. But things like yeah, like let's say peach, for example, or grapes. I don't know if grapes count as a berry, but grapes, for example, I prefer those cold. That's specific, yeah. Sind Sie Deutscher? Hallo, Ultima, warum fragst du? Was willst du, ha? Willst du Stress? Aber ja, ich spreche Deutsch. Bibbidi bobbidi, your mountain is not British property. It is not. It is not. Tea is not coming from the British people. As much as you want to have it. Are you born in 2006 or 2007? Who? Me? What do you mean? I just mentioned I'm over 1000 years old. Too bad? What do you mean too bad?
To charge more for the same stuff. But how do you get away with that in a world where a comparison is just one quick ChatGPT search away?
Issues is being taken by us?
Make it so confusing.
Hey, what was that? Why was that ChatGPT? I think it was ChatGPT.
Charge more for the same stuff. But
yeah.
How do you get away with that in a world where a comparison is just one quick ChatGPT search away?
Oh, okay.
Well, make it so confusing for customers to compare you that the easiest thing then becomes for them to just take your word for it that you're better. One of the most prolific examples of this right now is...
the RGB cards. Oh god, what are they gonna say? This is an interesting market. What can they say? I mean, they cannot fake the megahertz... megahertz? Yeah, megahertz numbers or anything like that. So
RAM.
What is it
computer,
about?
Any phone, any laptop, even your smartwatch needs RAM to be able to juggle tasks.
Yeah, but it depends what kind of RAM you are using, because certain RAM types have certain limits. So even if you have 30 gigabytes of RAM, if it's a really bad card, or if it's like, let's say DDR3, for example, you will be really limited in what you can do with those 30 gigs. Yeah. What happened in the chat? I subscribe to your channel. Thank you. Schön. Ich hätte nicht erwartet, dass du Deutsch sprichst. Bist du Deutscher? Ich komme vom Venus. Aber aktuell wohne ich in Deutschland. Aber ich habe auch schon in anderen Ländern gewohnt. Ich habe auch schon in Bulgarien, in Portugal, in einigen anderen Ländern gewohnt. Also ich bin sehr viel unterwegs. But ich spreche gut Deutsch, fließend. Yep. My age has the square root. What the hell? Okay, interesting. Posture check. Oh god dang it. Okay, wait. Actually, just for you. Damn it, it's not working. I wanted to stretch and make a knack, but I can do my hand. I'm sorry for anyone who don't like this. That was knacking, finger cracking, ASMR. Damn. I'm born in 2012. Okay, nice. What's your rank on the strongest dragon list? I don't know. I don't really battle, but I can make fire. Many dragons cannot do that. Look, fire. And I have a sword. I'm good with a sword. I did posture check. Yeah, I just did it. I'm a good posture. Oh my god, I cannot speak. I'm from Mars. Fair enough. And do you have 500 million power on Wise King? Yeah, exactly. Kaboom, ja. Ich bin Australier und ich kann ein wenig Deutsch, aber ich war schon in Berlin und Münster. Oh, nice. Ich mag nicht wirklich Berlin. Ich denke, Berlin ist eine sehr graue Stadt, to be honest. Wenn du in einer guten Stadt gehen willst, kannst du vielleicht Hamburg probieren. Hamburg ist eine schöne Stadt. Hamburg. Im Süden gibt es sehr viele Städte. Ja. Oder Köln, Düsseldorf, da das Dreieck da. Köln, Düsseldorf und Dortmund. Die sind auch ganz nice. It's not working. What is Bo's posture? What do you mean? I'm sitting like a normal dragon right now. Bo has no spine. My goodness. I need to go to... Okay. Enjoy then. Enjoy your birthday. I can make fire. Nice. But you cannot make it with your hand. Probably. I don't know. Spineless dragon. Boneless dragon. I have bones, but it was just not working when I was trying to stretch. I was doing my stretches and there was no sounds. What can I do about it, huh? What can I do about it? Als nächstes möchte ich nach Frankfurt. Oh Gott. Okay. Und später nach Österreich. Berlin hat mir gefallen. Oh, damn. Ja, du musst an Frankfurt aufpassen. In Frankfurt ist viel los. In Frankfurt ist viel los. Aber Österreich hat sehr viele schöne Orte. Wien oder Salzburg sind sehr schön. He's a chicken nugget? Yes, that's me. I'm the Dino chicken nugget. The dragon chicken nugget, I'm sorry. You like vulnerable to water? Who, me? Why should I be vulnerable to water? I had to move to Mars because one guy wanted to let the world burn. Okay, interesting. He's a dino. I'm not a dino. I'm a dragon.
And this is true no matter which company. Even prolific examples of this now is RAM. Any computer, any phone, any laptop, even your smartwatch needs RAM to be able to juggle tasks. And this is true no matter which company's product it is. But Apple now refers to their RAM almost exclusively as unified.
Oh, Apple, what are you doing? Oh, damn. Apple is about to get roasted in this video. I can already smell it. They will be roasted. Oh my god. I'm a lurk? Okay, that's fine. The speed he reads on German, I think, is fast compared to English. A little bit. I mean, it depends. I mean, I was speaking German earlier today, so my German is a little bit faster right now because it's more recent in my memory as well, but yeah. Meine Freundin wohnt in Frankfurt, aber ich möchte unbedingt Österreich und Wien sehen. Ja, in Wien, du kannst nach Wien gehen oder Salzburg. Salzburg ist auch sehr schön. Salzburg. Das kann ich sehr empfehlen. Loka mentioned. A lot of chats to read today. Yeah, there's some things going on. But that's fine. That's fine. We can stop for a second and then read over things. I mean, the reaction streams, you know, I'm not gaming anything. So it's kind of like, okay, I'm checking out some videos and then I can read chat as well. So that's fine. You are now a dinosaur. No, no, I'm not. What the heck? I'm just saying stuff. Okay, let's continue. So, unified memory, what the frig, Apple? What are you doing?
They can say this because their RAM is actually part of their chip as opposed to a separate component, which does make that RAM a little more efficient in some ways. But it glosses over a very important detail. That Windows laptops often have dedicated graphics cards that have their own additional pool of RAM, whereas unified memory means that both the CPU and the GPU share from one small pool. So you're pretty much always getting less RAM. And yeah, I mean, Apple executives have famously boasted about how their unified memory is so efficient that just 8 GB of it is equivalent to 16 gigs on Windows.
Really? Really? I would be surprised about that. I would be really surprised about that.
But it's not really true.
Yeah, yeah. Stop the cap, ja. Vielen Dank für die Antwort auf Deutsch, da ich es noch lerne. Das hilft mir, oh mein Gott, das hilft mir sehr. Ich muss aber, ist los, es ist 4 Uhr morgens. What the hell, where are you? Okay, viel Spaß beim Stream. Vielen Dank und gute Nacht. Du musst früher schlafen gehen. Ultima, du musst früher schlafen gehen. Warum bist du so lange wach? You say that you are Dino Nug. Yeah, but it's because I like the Dino chicken nuggies. They are cool, right? They're nice. Achso. Oh, ja, du hast das erwähnt. Ich dachte, du bist schon in Deutschland, weil du meintest, dass du auch schon in Münster und Berlin gewesen bist. Okay. Ja, in Australien ist es sehr spät gerade. Okay, geh schlafen jetzt. Gute Nacht. Okay, let's continue. Let's continue with the video.
Will be a hard cap on how much multitasking you're able to do, because 8 gigs is 8 gigs. But even so, can you see how this whole concept of unified memory...
Because I like the Dino Shiganagis is what a 10-year-old would say. I'm 1,000 years old. What do you mean? I'm not 10. I'm not 10. What the hell? What is this what are those accusations in the chat? Am I, as a adult dragon, is it not allowed to like Dino Chicken Nuggets? Is this what you are saying? So now you are a dinosaur? No, I will not say that.
8 gigs is 8 gigs. But even so, can you see how this whole concept of unified memory still helps Apple? It makes something as simple as RAM feel like some sort of grey area, which means they
can modify it like they want.
And they can charge you more to upgrade it than any other company. I'd say...
That's crazy. I'm asking nicely. No.
To be honest though, the worst example of the invented spec is the TV market. TV makers will try absolutely everything to make you feel like you're getting the real deal, apart from actually giving it to you. Like when Hisense tells you that a TV has a motion rate of 120, it doesn't actually mean that the TV has a 120 hertz refresh rate. Like,
wait, what is a motion rate then? What's why is in the name? Oh, on YouTube, Yuki is from YouTube. And on YouTube, they show the username instead of the show, you know, the channel name. So yeah, it's like a username there. Why will you not say it? Why should I?
Like, clearly, many other people have been led into believing motion rate is another invented spec that just means the TV is running Hisense's motion smoothing software. Or let's say that you tell your less tech-savvy buddy to make sure you get a TV that has OLED.
I like 2 FPS. I don't think so. I mean, from what he said, it's probably like a rate in which... Because the FPS is what they are complaining about, you know. It's not 120 FPS or 100... you know, megahertz or whatever it was. It's something else.
Clearly, many other people have been led into believing motion rate is another
megahertz. That was the thing. It's not. So what is motion rate? From what he explains, I would guess that it's probably a technology they use for themselves to make it look different. And it's probably using that way to do that. But I don't know.
Invented spec that just means the TV is running Hisense's motion smoothing software. Or let's say that you tell your less tech-savvy buddy to make sure you get a TV that has OLED tech. What are the chances that they accidentally end up buying a Hisense ULED or a Samsung QLED or a LG QLED?
Yeah, I have no clue what those things mean.
I'd say pretty high. Even though all of these are in fact invented specs designed, I think, to camouflage as OLED, even though they're actually much cheaper LCDs.
Oh,
now, okay,
damn.
maybe you're not convinced. All right, maybe you're watching this thinking, you know, it's fine if they make up specs as long as they're technically true. But I'll do you one better. What if there's made up specs that are actually numerically, factually false? I actually made an entire separate video all about this, but 1-inch camera sensors are not 1 inch in any dimension. And 1.5K displays are actually not 1500 pixels in any dimension either.
Okay.
How is that possible? Well, it's because the way we measure things has changed. Like something like this camera, for example. This is a Sony ZV-1. A lot of cameras like it. This camera has a 1-inch sensor. It says so on their website.
Okay.
And that sounds amazing. A 1-inch sensor in this little camera? Have you ever looked inside like a pro DSLR or mirrorless camera?
What is he gonna say now? This is like 99 grade math. I don't understand since I'm not a dragon. Damn.
At the size of that sensor, that looks like about a 1-inch sensor. So this must also have a huge sensor like that. But it's not. It's way smaller. Why is that? Well, turns out this is a 1-inch sensor because in 2026, that's what we call a 1-inch type sensor. See, before digital cameras, cameras didn't have sensors at all. They actually used vacuum tubes. And so the size of the tube was actually what they measured. So a 1-inch vacuum tube would create an image area inside it closer to about 16 millimeters diagonally. And that is actually about the size of the 1-inch type sensor in this camera. So it's 2026, but we're calling this a 1-inch sensor because that is the size of the theoretical vacuum tube that would be required to produce an image the size of this sensor.
Whoa, what the frick? What the frick?
Why? Turns out 1-inch sensor is a marketing name more than it is an actual measurement. And I have the same beef with displays, because you've probably already heard a lot of smartphones recently have
the OnePlus. Yeah, I'm not buying OnePlus anymore. I switched back to Samsung. Like the new OnePlus phones are not what they were back then. It's a little bit unfortunate, but it is what it is. So it can be correct, but it's usually not. It is correct, but the way they display it on the advertising is making it look like it's something different. So it's like they show you the information where you expect a different thing from it. It's like, for example, if I say I'm gonna give you 100 grams of chips, you know, you probably expect me to give you like, I don't know, what is 100 grams of chips? Like 20 chips or 30 chips, for example, you know. But in reality, I'm just giving you 2 really big chips, which have the same size, not the same size, which has the same value, but are technically not the same, you know. That's kind of how it is like. Or ice cream, for example, you know, could also be. I'm gonna give you 3 scoops of ice cream, and you expect me to give you, you know, one of these normal size ice cream things, but I will just give you a tiny little bit. So yeah, it's like that. Crazy. Like, you know, the definition is the same, but what it actually is in the end is something different. Samsung 12 Sigma hour. What? Why? I don't know. I bought the Samsung because the camera was better. Like when I bought it, the iPhone had pretty much the same camera in size. Well, compared the same camera. And I could have gotten a better camera in the iPhone, but I didn't want it to go up in my price by $1,000. So I was like, yeah, I just buy the Samsung, you know. Like those 2 megapixels, I don't think they will hurt me that much. So yeah. But yeah, I permanently went for the camera because I thought it's nice. I can make cool photos again, which I post on my Instagram sometimes, but right now I'm not posting so much because there's not so much time, unfortunately. But I'm planning to post at some point again. Probably when I'm traveling the next time I can maybe make some edits and post them. I don't know. Let's see. So it's like 1 word, 2 meanings. Yeah, kind of. Like iPhone and it's the S. Yeah, but you basically, but without mentioning that it's the S, you know. I say it's iPhone 15, but when I give it to you, you will notice it's the S, but you didn't know before. Yeah.
Same beef with displays, because you've probably already heard a lot of smartphones recently have like 1.5K displays. You've heard this? You've seen a lot of these floating around?
What the frick is a LTPO?
But none of them have 1500 pixel measurements. So what's going on here? See, this is where it gets weird. Okay, so intuitively we all agree that 4K, for example, is referring to the horizontal resolution. Right? Yeah. So this video is 4K because it's 4,000 pixels across, roughly. It's 4096 by 2048, sometimes 3840 by 2160, but it's roughly 4,000 pixels.
I'm looking a lot at the roughly right now. Is it gonna have something to do with that?
Wide.
Yeah.
And 8K would be 8,000 pixels wide.
Yeah.
But at some point, for some reason, we started calling 2560 by 1440 2K.
Yeah.
Which is close, but a little bit off. And then for some reason, 1080p, which is now referring to the vertical resolution, is 1K. Which is weird because 1080p is actually 1920 by 1080.
Yeah.
So it should be 2K, but now we're calling 1080p 1K. And so now smartphone companies are using 1.5K to refer to a measurement somewhere in between 1080p and 1440p.
What the frick? What the hell?
So it's not actually 1500 across or 1500 tall. It just means somewhere in between 1K and 2K. And that's super annoying to me, but it's how we talk now.
That is super, yeah, that's super annoying.
If there's even a hardware change at all with new products. What's becoming increasingly common these days is this focus on vaguely defined new software features. So if you're...
Oh, are we gonna talk about Photoshop? Please, 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 please. Talk about Photoshop. Please do it. Just do it. Just do what. Just say what they are doing.
Launching a new smartphone, let's say. You're holding a big event and a live stream to tell people what's new about it. Then the thing that is useful to see is what specifically is new about that product. A good example of this is the privacy display on Samsung's Galaxy S26 Ultra. It's a software feature, but it's one that actually required them to physically change the way they built the display to work. So it's made for this phone. But unfortunately, the vast majority of new features that we actually see marketed here are not that. Like if we pull up the Galaxy S24 event, they spent this much time talking about the new Samsung AI features, and then literally just as long talking about circle to search.
What the heck is circle to search?
They talked about it like it's this revolutionary new feature that's only made possible thanks...
Wait, isn't this already possible in a PC? Just with the difference that you mark it and you don't circle it with your hand?
Thanks to Samsung's deep partnership with Google.
Our partnership continues to go strong as we create new ways to do more with Google on Galaxy devices.
But Circle to Search is also on Google phones. It's on Xiaomi phones. It's not really got anything to do with Samsung apart from just...
so it's not something new. They already had it. I do that by accident sometimes, really.
Them being the first to show it. And they do this every year to buff out their presentations and try...
So they make partnerships with different people for feature that already exists for years to introduce it to the new phone and say it's a completely new innovational feature.
To make you associate those Google features with Samsung. And it's not just confusing which features are also coming to other brands. Where I think it gets really intentionally confusing at these launch events is which features that you're talking about are also coming to your own older phones. Don't get me wrong, it's a good thing that big companies support their older models. I mean, they kind of have to. They did promise you when you bought them.
Yeah.
But the thing that's misleading is...
Yeah, but it looks like that it will only be available to the new one. Even though it will be pushed out for everyone. I see.
Spending 60% of the next phone's launch event talking about how it's the coolest phone in the world and you should upgrade because it has...
I hate Bixby. I hate it so much. I tried to turn it off so many times, but I can't. It's not possible without actually hacking into my phone. I hate it so much.
All these next-gen features, but they're never mentioning that those features are also coming to the phone that you're watching the event on.
We added a brand new capability that goes beyond device control.
What?
Now Bixby can bring you up
No! I don't... No one wants freaking Bixby or any of these weird new AI features. No one wants them. Oh my god. I'm a ghost? Why are you a ghost? Oh my god.
to information directly in the...
Every time I try to turn it off and then I press something by accident and it's on my full screen and I'm like, oh my god, can you please get out of my aisle? Oh my god, it's so annoying.
Conversation.
So you see how this new Bixby is being positioned as one of the perks of the Galaxy S26
I
series.
hate it.
But actually, it can run on even a Galaxy S23. And this kind of stuff is genuinely most of these launch events now. And speaking of older products...
Hello Iris, how are you doing today?
Launch a new product.
Tell me about this sword on your back. Can I hold it? This one. No. No, why do you want to hold it? Why?
Compare it to another product that came out like 3+ years ago. Apple is the worst for this. Like, take the latest MacBook Pros.
Oh damn, now Apple is being roasted. Uh-oh.
So we go to the performance section and the headline number is... Oh, would you look at that?
The up to is back.
8 times faster.
Okay, yeah.
AI performance.
Oh, I see where this is going. The AI performance is 8 times faster.
So they got the up to in there. They've got the specific use case, all to make sure that they have this super impressive quotable 8 times number. But then also, it's 8 times faster than the M1 family.
Wait. Wasn't this a M? This is M5. This is like 10 years ago. What the heck?
They've got the specific use case, all to make sure that they have this super impressive quotable 8 times number.
On
but
their
also,
website?
It's 8 times faster than the M1 family.
What?
These are the M5 generation chips released in 2026, and they're comparing them to the M1s released across 2020 and...
Oh, it's not that old, but 6 years is still a good time.
5 to 6 years apart. And what they would say is, well, you know, many users will be upgrading from an M1. We're just being helpful. To which I would say...
No reason? Okay. You thought about it too? I was thinking about it, yeah. I'm better at running that... A ball? Wait, what?
If I was using a worn-down, slightly busted 6-year-old M1 laptop, my decision is not, do I upgrade? It's actually, do I upgrade to the M5 or do I instead buy the last gen M4 and save a bunch of money? How much difference is there between those two choices? I don't know. Apple won't tell me. All this is a thinly veiled tactic.
They keep it secret.
To help take what is in most instances like 5 to 10% of real world improvement all the way into these astonishing sounding numbers like 8 times. But let's be honest, this is a joke. It's a bit like if you were a world-class runner, but then the way that you prove you're a world-class runner is by comparing your speed to when you were 8 years old.
That's crazy.
Now, there's another funny way companies compare to their
secret. Which is also funny. Did you know this guy over here, without the sunglasses, but I don't know if it's true, but I read about it a lot on different news articles and I was like, what the hell? He was on a vacation. This video came out 2 weeks ago and he was on a vacation a few days ago and then he wanted to go back to the US to his family and the US border patrol didn't let him in. They deported him to the UK. Can you believe that? That is crazy. They deported him probably because he made this video, because he was criticizing The tech companies. It's insane. Wait, actually, let me double check before I'm spreading more lies. Mr. Wu is the boss. Deported. I will probably find it if I go for that one. Yeah. It was 1 day ago, yeah. Yeah. He was sent back to the UK after his work trip. Probably because he made this video against US companies. Or, well, Apple in this case. Isn't that crazy? That is insane. This is freaking insane. Imagine you criticize a tech company in your country. You go on a work trip, you come back, and they deport you to another country. Like, what the hell is wrong? It is crazy. It is crazy. Oh my goodness. Damn crazy. Yeah, it is insane. It is a crazy situation. Stuff just happens sometimes because of no reason. Yeah, because you criticize a company. Imagine. That's what I just noticed on the... Oh no, it's working. Never mind. But yeah, it is insane. This is insane. Hello, Kevin. Welcome back. Kind of funny how the system works. Yeah, it is crazy. Imagine, like... Imagine I'm going to the US next week. Imagine I go there and they are like, oh, you watched this video about the tech companies. You are not gonna get in here anymore. Like, this is insane. This is insane.
But then the way that you prove you're a world-class runner is by comparing your speed to when you were 8 years old.
Crazy.
Now, there's another funny way companies compare to their previous selves, specifically smartphone companies when talking about the glass and how tough the glass is. Surely for
I hate these statements because you always read it and they are like, oh yeah, it's gonna protect, and then the phone falls down. For me, it never happened because I'm really careful with my phone. Doesn't matter what age it is. It falls down and there are a million freaking cracks in it. Like, I always buy protection. No, I always buy like a protective case extra for it, because if you just leave it out like that, it's really likely it's gonna break. But yeah, I'm really careful with my phone. I have a OnePlus 6 that I'm having for... When did I buy that? When was it released? It was roundabout when it was released. OnePlus 6 release. 2018. So I'm having it for... for about 8 years, and it's not having a single crack in it. In fact, it's still having the original protection case on it. Like this thing that you usually pull from your phone when you receive it, you know. But back then they put it on a placement where it's actually doable. Nowadays people put it so you actually have to pull it off. But back then it was not like that. And yeah, I still have it. No cracks. I was thinking about doing something with it. At some point I was experimenting with it. I was like making it into a small farm for like a mini server basically. But it was not really performative. So I was like, okay, I don't know what to do with it. Yeah. And the glass breaks from air protection. Yeah, true. I always wear protection. That is important, yes.
Heard this before. This new smartphone or this new glass is twice as shatter resistant as the previous year. Wow. And
really?
Then the next year it'll come out and say this new glass is now twice as scratch resistant as last year.
How do you...
That is amazing. How are they making such massive improvements
how is this possible?
in the quality of the glass every time? But it's not as insane when you realize that scratch resistance and shatter resistance are inversely related. So the more of one you have, the less of the other you have.
Damn.
Think of it like this. If you want something to be super...
Oh, I just got it. I was like, oh, for a second I was like, okay, interesting. And then I was like, wait a minute. So they are removing one thing to improve the other. Oh, damn. Damn, okay. Interesting.
Scratch resistant and super hard. That makes it more likely to be a little bit brittle and shatter.
And then they can say for the next one, they can say 4 times more protection.
But if you want it to be less likely to shatter, you make it a little bit softer,
Damn.
which makes it more likely to scratch. So instead of making some huge improvement every single year like the headlines might have you think, it's actually more 2 different graphs, one for scratch resistance and one for shatter resistance, and they kind of do this. You know, scratch resistance does this every single year, and shatter resistance does this every single year, but in the opposite phase, because they're not able to do
it's like
huge improvements
like a sinus curve. Damn.
Of both at the same time.
Scratch resistance makes it more prone to shattering. Yeah, crazy.
There is some material science and they're both getting slightly better, but that's an easier way to understand that it's not as crazy as it sounds. It's no coincidence that, you know, the first generation of this dramatic new ceramic shield for the iPhone was 4 times better in drop resistance.
Every time they make a bad example like this, they show Apple. Is this why he got deported? This is insane. Crazy. Absolute insane situation. If they did a lot of improvements, then they make less profit.
Than any previous iPhone.
Well, probably
and
not.
And when they
but
finally got to ceramic shield
they
generation
marketed differently.
2, it was 3 times more scratch resistant specifically. Every single one scratches at level 6 with deeper grooves at a level 7 because it's still glass.
But hey, at least tech companies are generous enough to upgrade the storage on our phones and laptops every few years.
The new iPad Pro comes with double the storage, which is now 256 gigabytes.
Oh, thanks, Apple.
Who the heck needs 2 terabytes on their iPad? Who needs 2 terabytes? What are you playing? Genshin Impact, but 20 times? What the heck?
Oh.
Whoa!
So
wait, it says from. Look at this. We learned this. From. It says from. So it's probably gonna be even more expensive. Oh my god.
Dollars more expensive. So they position it to you like they're doing you some kind of massive favor.
Free storage
when in
upgrade.
fact, all they've really done is stopped selling the cheaper, lower storage model. And so you have to pay more. But at least that one's kind of easy to see through. The one that I find much tougher is what I would call the efficiency improvement trap. And it's a specific problem with the way that performance improvements are sold to us.
The price makes up for it,
we hear a very similar story.
Performance-wise, we're seeing a 20...
Here we go again. Up to, we learned our lesson, right? Up to 23%. Up to 20%. It might only be 2%. No one knows. No one knows, right? Or the highest price, the $20,000 model is having 20%, you know? Damn.
3% boost and 20% more efficiency.
We learned our lesson.
Even just ignoring for a second how they slipped in that little up to behind him.
Yeah, we did learn our lesson.
Even though he didn't actually say it. This guy is very clearly implying that this chip lets you game with about 20% faster performance while your battery lasts 20% longer.
Yeah,
so not only you're getting smoother gameplay, but you're also getting better battery life while doing it.
But the important thing to understand is you don't get both. If your efficiency goes up by...
Oh, okay. What's the catch? What is the catch?
20%, but then you're using all of that extra efficiency to get this 20% extra performance, then what you're actually getting is the same battery life. So when you then...
Okay, so that's how it is. That's how it is.
Bundle that back in with the fact that the entire thing is only up to 23% faster and up to 20% more efficient. And what we're really often talking about in these kinds of situations is an average expected improvement of like 5% to your performance and your end battery life.
Okay, we understand. At least one is increasing. Yeah, at least one is increasing. That's something
surgical grade stainless steel. Aircraft grade aluminum. Military toughness. Tech companies feel like they're always super excited to sell you something that has...
Yeah, the grade materials. Yeah, military grade or... What was it? Tactical... What was it? For clothing. I think they always call everything tactical. A tactical... I don't know. Jacket. Just because it has like 15 pockets inside. It's crazy. Bro, hello, welcome back. Oh, you went on YouTube. Damn. Tactical war. What? Very over-exaggerated. Yeah, it's crazy.
Maybe the most premium materials on planet Earth, forged in an oven at 1,000,000 degrees that only the most exacting customer could possibly accept. But you know what's funny about that? There's actually nothing super special about any of those things. In fact, they're actually quite common. Like most airplanes, it's true, they use a whole bunch of 6000 and 7000 series aluminum because those alloys are super strong and light and cheap enough for mass production and good quality. But that does also mean that when your phone uses aerospace grade aluminum, you know, it's technically true, but that's also true about a Razor scooter. And
damn. Wait, but isn't aluminum really fragile as well? Well, okay, it's fine. Time out him. Why?
A whole lot of the stainless steel you'll come across in life is just 316L steel, which is an alloy that is one of many that is pure enough and high quality enough to be used in surgical tools.
Okay.
And in the iPhone 14 Pro's rails. And in most kitchen sinks that you come across.
Damn.
Which technically means the kitchen.
So what you are saying is, if I have a kitchen sink, I can make an iPhone out of it. I'm gonna do that.
Kitchen sink is also surgical grade stainless steel.
Now,
it's not lying technically, but now you know.
Yeah, if you compare it, then
the truth is, the specs of tech products are chosen around how those products are going to be marketed. And that's kind of a given. It's just business.
To be honest, it's always the marketing. It is always, every single time it's the marketing. You can sell the exact same product. If you market it better, you can sell it for 100 times the price, technically. You can, you can sell, let's say, you can make like a, what's the name, print shop or something, where you usually sell things for $5, but if you market yourself correctly, you change your colors, change the name, maybe a cool fancy logo, you put some fancy imaginary names on your things, like, I don't know, pristine quality, you don't say premium, you don't say something quality, you say pristine, you use those exact wordings that those crazy people are using, and then suddenly you sell it for 100 instead of 5, and you made all of your products so expensive, so it looks like it's an established brand that only sells really high quality products, and then and someone will buy it. There will be some idiot who is gonna buy it, and it doesn't matter, if you have 20 people who buy the $5 product, but you have one person who buys the $100 one, you still get the same value from it. Just because you have less customers, it doesn't mean you make less profits. So that's the trick. Just marketing. It's the same that Apple is doing. What happened? I don't know. Welcome back, I guess. You from BTS Army? Oh, hello Lou. How are you doing today? How's your day going? Please help me, mister. Wait, what? What happened? I am from Lesbian Defense Army. Okay, that's nice. That's fine. What the frick? Why got lesbian censored? It's not a bad word. I don't know. I don't know why it was censored, but I read it out loud anyway. Are you okay? Why do you need help? Yeah, what happened?
Around how those products are going to be marketed. And that's kind of a given, it's just business. But the issue is that very often in today's world, the specs that make a product the most marketable are not the specs that are most useful to a user. Take thickness. The spec that matters here, really, is the maximum thickness. You want to know how thick the new phone or laptop is at its thickest point, because that's going to determine what bags or pockets you can fit it inside of. But the spec that companies talk about is thickness at a product's thinnest point. And
Smoke also does that thing. What? I'm kind of... What the frick? Sorry, not this. It's person. Oh, okay. I was like, wait, what? What do you want from me? Why are you telling me that? I was like, okay. That's an interesting topic. That's something really interesting to say. But I like the confidence, you know. But you meant person. That's fine. You can also be a person. Don't worry about it. So you are a kind person. Okay, that's fine.
And as soon as that genie's out of the bottle, you can call it whatever you want to. Like Apple calls the iPhone Air the thinnest iPhone ever. And while that's true for this section of the body here, it's not true for the whole phone. I've got an iPhone 7 here, which is thicker than the iPhone 6, by the way. But still, this is thinner than the iPhone Air when you factor in the cameras.
Damn. Wait, what? Damn.
It's not like you can take them off. It's just such dumb logic.
Yeah, aliens?
Like,
yeah.
if we carry on
you play anything that makes you angry?
on this train of thought, then what's to stop Apple at the next iPhone launch event taking all the rest of the components in the body and shoving them into one massive block at the end that you have to hold like a camera grip, but then calling the phone 5 times thinner than the last iPhone because all that's left in this part is the display? And then you've got Honor, who marketed their Magic V5 as world's slimmest foldable, but then people got it in their hands, put it side by side with Samsung's foldable, and found that that was actually slimmer. Want to know why? Because Honor, in their measurements,
they factor in the camera or something like that this time.
Excluded not just the camera bump, but
there we go.
Also the outer and the inner screen protector. You know, the one that you're not actually even allowed to take off yourself. That's not the only pointless spec though. Like screen brightness. It's become an arms race to just be the one quoting
Damn.
the highest number of nits possible. But
Damn, where did he go? Oh my god. Joking? Oh, okay. Video almost over only 30 minutes left of the stream. Oh, it's fine. It's fine. Don't worry about it. This is normal. Like all the videos we watch together are probably like 1 hour, but we are already streaming for 2 hours, so it's normal. We are pausing, we are talking, we are doing that, you know. That's what our reaction should be, you know. Instead of just watching the video, we are reacting to it. We are checking on it, we are discussing it, we are talking. Are you okay? That is a good question. Marry a Japanese lady, it's my dream. Really? That's a nice dream you are having. That's a nice dream. You should go to Japan probably then.
more that companies focus on just reaching a really high peak nit number, the less that number actually tells you about how bright the screen is day to day. They could literally be describing how bright 1 pixel on the screen could go while playing HDR content in direct sunlight for like 3 seconds. So this, for example, is an Honor Magic 8 Pro. The company makes a pretty big deal about how this has a 6,000 nit peak brightness.
That's a lot.
That's the figure that's marketed. But if we pull up a plain white image on this phone and put it next to a Samsung Galaxy S25 Ultra, which only advertises...
Wait, is it just me? But is the Samsung looking brighter than the other one? But wait, it might be because of the size. Maybe it's because of the size. Or maybe it's me. I don't know. I don't know. Can I can afford to go to Japan? Oh, that's sad. That's sad. But you can save. You can save money for it.
Ties a 2,600 nit peak brightness. You can't actually tell the difference at all in this day-to-day scenario. These are both on Macs, by the way. So when you're looking at brightness numbers, just get rid of peak brightness. Look at typical brightness. And when it comes to phone cameras, what mostly matters is sensor size. The bigger the sensor, the more light.
So you will go to Japan? What do you mean? This is freaking expensive, Yuki. Trip to Japan, at least from Europe, it costs like $2,000 or $3,000. It's not like I can just throw it out of the... Like anyone can just throw it out of the window, you know. Hello, hello Shin. How are you doing today? How is your day going? Please donate to me. What do you mean? What do you mean? Do you have a GoFundMe? Japan trip GoFundMe? Damn. The screen is flat on the side. This is called some type of optical illusion. What? Oh yeah, yeah. We had that topic earlier. Doing fine. How about you? Doing fine. Doing fine. We are checking on how companies are lying to us. They are lying to us. The tech companies. And one of the people, this guy, Mr. Wu is the boss. He got deported to the UK because of this video, probably. It's crazy. the US situation is crazy. But yeah, we will see. I will wait until what's his name again? Moist Critica is doing a video about it.
And the more real detail that your shots have. What most companies...
The Mr. Wu is the boss situation is crazy. That's how it's gonna be titled.
...spend far more time talking about is resolution, which beyond a certain point doesn't matter at all on a phone. Like, the last 4 generations of Samsung phones have had a 200 megapixel resolution. They're still shooting their actual photos in 12. And don't even get me started.
What?
On maximum zoom magnification. Look at this page for the Nothing Phone 4a Pro.
What is this page, my dude? What is happening on this page? Okay, interesting. You did not have to say it like that to let me know. What? What do you mean? As a captain of Lesbian Defense Army, I have many responsibility. This is the major reason to not go to Japan. You can do a group trip. You can do a group vacation in Hokkaido. Hokkaido is having many nice places. They have like snow things in the winter. And I found this. Wait, I found this like 2 days ago. Wait, let me check. I made a bookmark on my phone for this. Where is it? Let me check. Where is this thing? Is it this one? Yeah. Kitami, Hokkaido. You have to go there. Kitami. Oh. Hokkaido. There in Kitami, there is a fox farm that you can visit. Fox village. And there the foxes are running around. You can pet them. You can... Oh, why is it on this side? Can I make this smaller? Can I move this thing? No. Oh god. But you can see the foxes a little bit. Wait, maybe... Let me go to images. There. Look how cute they are! Oh my gosh! And you can pet them. You can pet them. You can go to them. There are so many of them. I saw the video. There were like 5 of them. And they were running to the persons and playing with them. It was so cute. Look how cute they look! Ah, oh my gosh! Okay. You need to calm down, chat. You need to calm down. Okay. Crazy. Yeah, what's going on? Do you have a job? Whoa, me? I do have a job, technically. She said the J word. The J word? Japan? Oh, job. Damn. Yes, foxes are cute. They are really cute, yeah. What animals do you wish never goes extinct? Extinct? Extinct. Axolotls. They are the brink of extinction right now. Axolotls. They are an endangered species. Did you know? I hope they did never go extinct. They are really cute. Yes. Okay, let's continue. What's going on with the Nothing phone over here? What is this web design as well?
The headline feature, the #1 thing being used to sell this phone is world's first 140 times ultra zoom.
What the heck? Goodness. 140? Why do you need to zoom so much? What are you looking at? The moon? The heck?
I mean, my iPhone only has 40 times max zoom, so...
Yeah, what do you need 140 zoom for?
It's gonna get cooked, right?
Oh.
Okay, zoom all the way to 40 times on the iPhone, 40 times on the Nothing. Oh my god. Right, yeah, so...
AI? Oh, that's why it's 140. So you zoom in, and then the missing things will get improved, as they like to say, by AI. Damn, that's a fake moon Fundime. So that's what happened to Fillion. I don't know what happened to Fillion, but I'm pretty sure she's coming back. I heard some things that she's planning some things. I already said this like a few weeks ago, like probably a month ago. So some people we were discussing Fillion, and I know that she's doing some weird game where she had like a Minecraft server and some other things where you were able to do quizzes. Like if you watch her last stream, then you were able to check for a quiz. And then in this quiz, you get to a Minecraft server and things like that. And I saw that she deleted some things. And I don't know what exactly is going on. But my suspicion would be that someone made it to the end of the riddle. And now they are planning something. Some crazy collab or some crazy format. Like some crazy video. Something is going on there. That's all I know. AI is good? No, it's not. I mean, look at it. Like, what happened here? You can see it's AI. Like, especially on the bottom, on the shadows. Like, what happened? What happened over there? Yeah. She pirated everything. Yeah. I don't know what to say now. That's fine.
It's exactly what we expected. The Nothing phone, regardless of whether you use the AI enhancement or not, just looks worse. It's just not capturing as much information as the iPhone. And AI can't help you there. So let me make something very clear. How far your phone can digital zoom has literally zero correlation with how good of a camera it is. What it actually does correlate with, though, is how low...
This looks really weird, though. It looks like you put like some paper on the back of it. Probably something crazy like a family tree reveals. I don't know. Oh, what? Yeah, something. But my suspicion would be someone solved the riddle and now they are planning something crazy. So we will see probably in a month or two what is gonna happen there. That was a long message. Short matter. I am using a Nothing phone 3A. It's actually really good for the price, but every other phone Nothing release after that is not good. Just marketing gimmicks. Yeah. The same happened to OnePlus. Like I think after OnePlus 7 or 8, the rest was just marketing at that point, and it turned into like a basic kind of brand. Yeah, it's unfortunate, but it is what it is. Maybe I have a Japanese lady. What's happening? Hello Cubing, how are you doing today? How's your day going? And hello Jaxie as well.
Companies' standards are for what counts as a photo. Damn. Because I could literally go back to the first smartphone I ever owned if I wanted to take a photo and just keep cropping in.
What is that? Francisco? What the hell is Francisco?
Till all I can see is a single brown smudge, and technically that could be 300 times digital zoom. Best zoom camera in the world, everyone. Oh my god, I can't do this anymore.
Damn.
All right, so speaking of phone cameras, last but not least is the classic.
The Ankh phone is crazy. Damn. You forgot something. Maybe a Japanese lady. What is going on here? Why are you putting maybe a Japanese lady at every oh my god, every end of your sentence? What's going on?
Shot on a smartphone trope. First of all, several companies have already been caught lying about like sample images that were supposed to be shot on that smartphone that were just licensed from some professional photo shoot somewhere on a random DSLR, which is already crazy. But even the ones that aren't lying do feel like they're kind of stretching the truth.
Oh damn!
With the amount of extra hardware that's being added to shoot it on a smartphone.
Okay.
Like the whole
that way you can shoot it in your phone, but you use modifications. I see. Really get into the dream or something. Because I'm a kind person, right? That's what you... Yeah, person. Yeah. Damn. Sniper scope on the phone.
Point
I
feel like
it's
of
crazy.
This, awesome piece of content was shot on a smartphone is to sort of inspire and empower you to shoot your own awesome photos and videos with that tiny sensor and lens that fits in your pocket.
Yeah, but they don't tell you what
there's
they
a massive
use.
external stabilization rig and huge lenses and filters and all sorts of other things added to the phone and millions of dollars of lighting and set design to make that all possible. I guess it's still impressive, but it also kind of defeats the purpose a little bit. I can almost guarantee there are features disabled on those phones to make those accessories work. Like if I'm shooting with all that stuff, I'm disabling the built-in stabilization if I have a 5-figure jib to shoot with. Like if the only thing from the original phone that you're still using to shoot is just the sensor technically, then is it still shot on a smartphone?
That is a good question.
Technically, yes, but I'm now actually way less impressed.
Yeah, damn.
So,
those machines, they were 100 holder. Yeah. He's playing Pokemon Go over there.
Dose of salt. You don't need to upgrade every other year. Nothing's
farming the
getting
Pokemon
8
Go
times better.
X.
And when you
That's
see
what
a
he's
company
doing.
bragging about their maximum zoom, run for the hills. If they can spot you, at least you'll be super low resolution. Thanks to Marquez for joining forces with me here, and catch you at the next one.
Yeah, it didn't end well for him because he got deported, but yeah, it is what it is. I hope he's feeling better in the UK than in the US. But yeah, I still, I actually feel bad for him, but yeah, it's crazy. That was a really good video. That was a really good explanation of things, how things are working, how they are lying to us. But there are other people who are lying to you. Me, for example. Because now... Oh no, never mind. I'm not a tech VTuber. I thought the title of the next video is How YouTubers Lie to You, but it's called How Tech YouTubers Lie to You. Okay, never mind. I have said nothing. But yeah, the next video we are checking out, which is also the last one for today, is another 30 minutes video, and it's from Greg's Gadgets, and it's called How Tech YouTubers Lie to You. So what is going on there? Why are they lying to us now? Okay, one for the day. Yeah. So yeah. Good night. Bye. I have to go to sleep. Okay. Have a good sleep, Suvuji. Good night. I got to go now. Okay, you as well. Good night or good day. See you, Sakin. See you. Okay. Last video for today. How tech YouTubers lie to you. What's going on there?
Two of the biggest tech YouTubers are...
Yeah, we just saw them. Wait, this is the exact video we just saw. Uh-oh.
Or, at the very least, they're spending more money on Mr. Beast style editing tactics and putting AI slop in their video.
So this was AI. I saw this, yeah.
Fact checkers and script writers.
We literally just saw this video. Okay.
I woke up and chose violence.
Oh.
Actually, I woke up and saw a video on my timeline with a rather inflammatory title.
Oh damn! Are we gonna debunk this thing right now as well? Uh-oh.
Tech companies
what is going on there?
Accompanied by a scandalous thumbnail of two of the biggest names in tech, Mr. Who's the Boss and MKBHD, standing on stage with an almost genius level of subliminal messaging with the text, Apple lies.
Yeah.
Now, as someone that prominently covers Apple, I was interested to find out just how Apple lies to me. I mean, I buy a lot of Apple products, so maybe
okay, tell us.
Vision Pro and said I wouldn't look like a total dork.
I really hope he's not biased, though. I really hope he's not biased. But for now, let's just see how that, like a normal person and not go with any prejudice or anything. Let's just see what he has to say. Wait, listen what he has to say.
Or maybe they lied to me when they sold me the $200 iPhone sock and told me that
this is ridiculous.
This is going to be the fashion accessory of the year.
Probably.
Well, we know those statements aren't lies, right? Like, Apple wouldn't lie to me about that, right, guys? Right? They wouldn't lie to me that a orange iPhone looks cool and not tacky, right? But seriously, this video that they put out is pitched with multiple different thumbnails and titles that kind of express the intent or are leading you to believe that tech companies and kind of more directly Apple is lying to their customers.
I mean, they lie. They don't lie. They just make it look. They deceive you. They don't lie to you, but they deceive you that it's better. That you expect in a way that you think it's better than it actually is. That's what I would say. They don't lie to you, technically, but they deceive you into something that it isn't. To deceive you to believe in something, but it is not. Yeah.
Customers. And I think that deserves some level of scrutiny in itself.
Okay.
So I looked at the biggest claims in this video surrounding Apple's deceptive marketing practices.
Okay.
And found those claims to be the actual deception. Now, before we get into this video, I just want to say that I am not mad at, I do not hate, nor do I express ill will towards Mr. Who's the Boss or PhD. Think of this video more as like a spirited debate. I don't have an issue with the people. I have an issue with the content of the video. Because both of these creators make good videos and they are capable of making good videos.
Okay,
so
that's fine.
Let's go ahead and debate some of those claims.
Oh.
Tech companies have, I think, reached peak levels of deception.
Actually, hold on. I forgot he had a British accent. I can't debate a guy
what do you
with
mean?
a British accent.
He's from,
they sound so damn smart.
I thought he's from the US. He got deported
like
from there.
From a different realm of intellect. It sounds like everything
what? Say uwu? Okay. There you go.
Say like they're holding up a teacup with their pinkies up. Darn, if only there was something more powerful and more intellectual than the British accent that I could use at my disposal to seem more convincing in my argument. Wait a minute,
look.
I have just the solution.
A few moments later.
Ah, yes.
What the frick is this?
A sport coat.
Are those cameras?
And a tie. The only thing
the heck?
more intellectual than a British accent. Okay.
What the hell?
Let's do this. Claim number one.
Why is he mocking the British?
What's with companies now who
What's wrong with the British?
Product, but then only compare it to another product that came out like 3+ years ago. Apple is the worst for this. Like, take the latest MacBook Pros.
Yeah.
So we go to the performance section, and the headline number is, oh, do you look at that?
We saw
Up
that.
To
we
8
saw that.
times faster AI performance. So they got the up to in there. They've got the specific use case, all to make sure that they have this super impressive quotable 8 times
Hello,
number.
Bas. How are you doing today? How is your day going?
Than the M1 family.
First of all, nothing in what Apple is doing here is lying to you, nor is it even...
Yeah, they are not lying, but they are deceiving you that it looks better than it is.
Than remotely deceptive. In plain English, Apple tells you in big, bold letters that they are comparing the M5 chip to the M1 chip.
Yeah.
The only reason it looks deceptive in this video is because it's edited that way. There is a censor bar over the text to make it look like Apple put it there. It makes it look very salacious, but
that's how it looks like on the website.
Really, if you look at Apple's website, this part of the text is the biggest part of the text. Like, it's literally bolded on the page and...
Yeah, but this is sticking out of it. Like, this is literally how we do it on our own website as well. Like, you know the Vizora website, right? Look at it. It's the same thing. It's the biggest text over here, for example. Yeah, these tags, they are the biggest ones. But you see them because it's the first thing. When you scroll down, you will see community. Then you scroll down, you will see highlights, you know? Like, what is the claim? It is deceptive. Because you will not read the small text below it. You will see, oh, 8 times faster, you know?
In an increased font size.
I'm fine just watching Hunger Games.
Oh,
nice.
That in this comparison against the M1. And then to make matters worse, there's also this claim.
Do I upgrade to the M5 or do I instead buy the last gen M4 and save a bunch of money? How much difference is there between those two choices?
Oh, yeah.
I don't know. Apple won't tell me.
Really? Apple won't tell you, huh? Well, I spent more than 2 minutes on this webpage and I scrolled down and I saw a little thing that says
AI video processing.
To compare the M5 chip, and I clicked on that. And right there in front of me
but this
was a comparison.
Oh, okay.
You could see the full section of the M5 chip comparing.
Wait, but this was not 8. This is 7. Right, they wanted it up to make it look better. Okay. Interesting. So they do say it actually. Okay, I agree with him on this point then. They do say it there, yes. Okay. That is a fair point. That is a fair point.
A full
Actually, I just saw someone made a posture check. Let me sit like a normal dragon. Okay. Hello, welcome back.
Of the M5 chip, comparing it not only against the M1,
fair enough,
but right against the previous generation M4 chip. And they compare it through multiple use cases and multiple workflows.
Okay.
Now, yes.
Fair enough.
Primary comparison of the marketing is still against the M1 chip, but that is not based on deception. It's just based on the target audience.
These are the M5 generation chips released in 2026, and they're comparing them to the M1s released across 2020 and 2021.
Yeah, that's what we saw.
5 to 6
that's what we saw, yes.
apart.
Because the average user isn't a tech YouTuber, and they don't upgrade their computer every single year.
So it's true then.
In fact, most estimates seem to put the average upgrade cycle of a laptop at around 5 to 8 years. So that is exactly who Apple is targeting here in their marketing. They are targeting the large install base that is still on the M1 generation, which, to his credit, Mr. Who's the Boss does seem to acknowledge. Oh, wait a minute.
To which I would say, if I was using a worn down, slightly busted 6-year-old M1 laptop.
You see, I love this infographic here of a burning, rundown M1 laptop that needs to be replaced. Like it's some sort of real world scenario that's happening to everyone right now.
I don't know. I mean, I don't know about his experience with Apple, but my Dragon Bro was an Apple fan as well. And what I can say there is that his Mac broke or was worsening a lot in performance, and he actually had to buy a new one after about 2 years. So I don't know how true this is. I mean, I feel a little bit conflicted there, to be honest. But yeah, let's see what else he has to say.
Now, and in reality, the truth is, even if you are still using an M1 MacBook Air and you're an average user, there's still a good chance you don't need to upgrade. I think.
I don't know. I mean, I can only say it from Dragon Ball, you know, like he was using also, you know, Photoshop and other things, and the performance there was clearly getting way slower. You know, the boot up, instead of booting up in like 10 seconds, it took like a full minute, things like that, you know. So I would say, I would disagree with him there, actually. I would disagree. I would disagree.
That was the whole discussion with the MacBook Neo, that this laptop is competing around the same levels as an M1. So if Apple is selling this today, there's a good chance that people on M1 are still probably just fine.
My decision is not, do I upgrade? It's actually, do I upgrade to the M5 or do I instead buy the last gen M4 and save a bunch of money?
Okay, this is a completely made up scenario. Most users are not going to Apple's website to try and decide between buying an old M4 or a new M5 MacBook. Actually, it's kind of a falsehood because you can't go to Apple's website and buy an old M4 model, at least brand new. Apple has discontinued them. The only thing you can buy from Apple's website is a brand new M5 model.
So
now,
you
like
can
I
only
said,
buy the used one.
Oh, there we
go.
M4 model, or maybe even go to a third-party site and try and save money buying an older laptop that way.
What the hell are those prices? A laptop for 2,000, 3,000? How much is in there? Wait. What the hell? For 500 gigabytes, you are paying 2,700 and 48 gigabytes of RAM. That is so not worth it. What the hell? What the frick?
But those products aren't always going to be in stock. So someone going to Apple's website looking to buy a new laptop, well,
that is insane.
They really only have one option, and that is any of the M5 laptops.
All this is a thinly veiled tactic to help take what is in most instances like 5 to 10% of real world improvement.
I find this claim to be one of the most misleading in the video because this is actually a stat that you can Google search or something you can test yourself. You didn't have to make up this arbitrary 5 to 10% number. It's not based in reality. In reality,
okay,
the M series chips, CPU performance has increased about 20% every year. GPU performance even higher. I mean, if we're looking at the M5 just compared to last year's M4.
Okay, I mean, I like the comparison, but I don't like is like in the other video we were talking primarily about the cases, you know, up to 8%, and now he's just saying okay, 34%. But is it up to 34%, or is it an average, for example? Like what is this number?
4 chip, and he specifically calls out the AI performance boost like it's not based in reality. But the AI performance increase is no joke. Speaking of making claims with nothing to back them up on, let's listen to this one on unified memory.
Okay.
Apple now refers to their RAM almost exclusively as unified memory. Can you see how this whole concept of unified memory still helps Apple? It makes something as simple as RAM feel like some sort of gray area, which means they can give you a lot less of it and they can charge you more to upgrade it than any other company.
True.
This one is just backed up by nothing. Writing off the term unified memory as nothing but a marketing term.
Well, I cannot buy a RAM stick and put it in there. At least from what I know, they put everything together. So if something fails, you have to buy a full new thing. If one part is broken, you still have to buy the full thing.
Is so backwards from a technological understanding of how things work. I'm really starting to doubt that British accent. Unified memory is one of the key reasons why Apple Silicon feels so damn fast. In a traditional setup where RAM and VRAM is separated, it creates extra steps where the CPU has to load data onto the RAM, and then that data has to get copied over to the GPU, and then the GPU stores that maybe in the virtual RAM. Then the GPU has to process it, and then on top of that, sometimes it has to send that information back to the RAM. Each of those steps creates latency between the system, and each part of that system could have bandwidth limits on how fast it can send that data.
How does a nuclear reactor work?
What? Hardly a simple answer.
Of course.
What?
Presume I'm too stupid to understand.
Separate modules that communicate with each other through a motherboard. Think of it like different rooms in a house that are all spread out. If you need something from the kitchen, but you're in your room on the opposite side of the house, it's going to take a second to walk over to the kitchen, grab the thing, and walk back to your room. Apple took all of these separate rooms and just combined them into one room. So now, if you need to grab something from the kitchen, you literally just reach over and grab it. This is similar to how unified memory works, and is one of the reasons why it's so great. It reduces the transit time known as...
I mean, I get why it's good and more performative, but my issue is more like, if one thing breaks, you have to replace the full thing, which is for me usually a big no. Because imagine, okay, let's say you pay for RAM $80, for example. It doesn't cost $80, but let's say so, you know. And then you can, if it breaks, you just buy a new one for $80, you know. If it will be combined with other things, it doesn't cost $80 anymore. It's gonna cost 200 or 300. And then, if the $80 piece breaks, you have to pay like $200 or $300 to replace it. Like, what the frick? What the hell?
Latency.
Like, this makes no sense. So why would I use it?
I know how a nuclear reactor works. No, I don't need you.
The heck?
Unified memory removes that bottleneck because the CPU, the GPU,
I mean,
the neural engine,
wait, didn't we just
they're
have
all
that
kind
part?
of on that same chip. They
Let's
all
get
have
back.
access to
It's
that
fine.
same memory pool. And they don't have to copy information back and forth between these different hardware parts. The data is kind of already
I mean,
there.
it's
Everything
true, but
is happening instantly.
there are still
instead of waiting.
downsides
So
to those things.
the system, as a result, is much more responsive.
Windows laptops often have dedicated graphics cards that have their own additional pool of RAM, whereas unified memory means that both the CPU and the GPU share from one small pool, so you're pretty much always getting less RAM.
This is one of the reasons why high-end memory configurations of the Mac Studio are so sought after, because these machines can have access to like 512 gigabytes of unified memory. That gives them a huge pool of memory for the GPU.
Why do I get an Apple ad right now in the corner? What the frick?
Meaning that you can run giant large language models directly on the machine, whereas like on a machine with a separate GPU, you would have to like hook up multiple GPUs together to get the same result.
It makes something as simple as RAM feel like some sort of gray area.
No, it doesn't make RAM feel like a gray area. Unified memory is a legitimate thing. Also,
what do you mean? It is a thing for laptops usually, but nothing besides that as far as I know. And usually the unified memory is the worst thing you can do, because if something breaks, everything breaks, you know?
As Mr. Who's the Boss seen current RAM prices, it makes Apple's memory pricing kind of look reasonable.
What do you mean? Wait a minute. Wait a freaking minute. Okay, they said reasonable. Let's look at the most expensive one. It's for $800, 64 gigs.
Prices, it makes Apple's memory pricing.
How much is Apple? Apple doesn't even offer it. It doesn't even offer it. Well, you can get 2 times the 32 gigs option, which is, it doesn't say how much, but it's already, if you would get it, it's $800. It's the same price, but it's plus. So they say it's included, so it's probably a little bit more. So it's basically the same price. Kind of. Or is it? How much is it? Wait, how much does this thing cost? $1,700. Or choose for more options. Wait, they do have 64. But they say see pricing and changes. This makes no sense. I don't know. I mean, there was one claim where we agreed. The one with the AI performance thing. But this one just seems like he didn't look at the RAM prices. Like, okay, let's take another one. The most expensive one, this is 32. Let me check. I think it's this one for 400. Yeah, this one. 460 is the most expensive one for 32. Which is a little bit more expensive than this. But it says plus. And then they just say it's included. For $1,700. So I don't know. Let's just say it's 150. Or something like that. So plus 400 would make it 550. So it's more. Even if it's $100, it's still more. Like, what do you mean?
Kinda look reasonable.
I don't know. I don't agree on that one. I'm sorry. I cannot agree on that one. Like having the premium of having separated sticks for yourself versus having to replace the full thing. It doesn't... yeah. I'm sorry. I don't agree with that one. But the first claim with the AI performance and that you cannot compare them to anything else, we agree with him. We saw it. But the other things so far, I don't know, man. I don't know. Unlike you, Apple, I really don't like you, Apple. Yeah. I mean, yeah. So far, I don't agree with him, except for one point. Let's see. Maybe we have better ones.
Putting unified memory in air quotes as just some marketing term is...
It is a marketing term because it's not called like this usually. Usually it's called dedicated. What was it? Dedicated something. I forgot the term. It's not called unified. It's called dedicated. Usually, if it put together, and usually you separate both specs from each other and not say it's all in one.
It's wrong. Which means they can give you a lot less of it, and they can charge you more to upgrade it than any other company.
Okay, another wild claim without any evidence to back it up.
Well, we just proved it. They charged at least $100 more for the same thing. For the exact same thing. And we check on the most expensive item on the list. It's probably even more.
Just do some research.
What do you mean? It's in your own video. The proof is in your own video. You showed us the freaking website over there. What does it mean?
Apple was charging $200 for RAM upgrades
It was $400
all the way back when they were on Intel.
What do you mean? Okay, what is this one now? This is from 6 years ago. What the heck do you mean?
And they were
DDR4? What do you mean $200? It's $3,500. What is this guy talking about? I'm so confused. I'm getting so angry at him. He says $200, but here it says 3,500. It's in his video. It's 200. Well, it's not even 200. It's freaking almost 300 per month. What is he talking about? This makes no sense. This guy makes no sense. He's not reading his own stuff he puts in his video.
Back when they were
what is happening?
Intel, and they weren't using the term unified memory.
Okay, now we have an actual thing. But this says plus 200 now. This is plus. It's not the actual price.
This is a simple Google search.
It's not the actual price. We already... Okay, it's fine. It's fine.
Unified memory.
Hello, Charles. How are you doing today?
This is a simple Google search.
Yeah, exactly. It's a simple Google search. Then do it.
Apple was always charging ridiculous prices for their RAM upgrades. They
Thank you for saying it. Thank you.
Didn't need a new term to sell that to people.
Yeah, it's not a new... Yeah, but they use this term for the whole time.
Hey, at least tech companies are generous enough to upgrade the storage on our phones and laptops every few years.
The new iPad Pro comes with double the storage, which is now 256 gigabytes.
Oh, thanks, Apple. Oh.
Yeah.
So we got $200 more
We
expensive.
saw this, yeah.
So
Hello, Frost. How are you doing today? How's your day going? Apple is good for nothing.
Fact, all they've really done
Apple is good in some things, but they just charge so much that it's not justifiable, in my opinion.
Stopped selling the cheaper, lower storage model, and so you have to pay more.
Oh, I love this little bit of misdirection
So what's
thrown in.
okay? What's gonna show us this time?
Bumps, and it is particularly misleading with the 2024 iPad Pro. You see, Mr. Who's the Boss pitches this to you as all they did for that 2024 iPad Pro was to drop the 128 gigabyte configuration and then charge you $200 more for the same 256 gigabyte configuration as last year. The problem with this example is that this is the 2024 iPad Pro. It wasn't a simple spec bump upgrade. This is the year where it got a thinner and lighter read.
What do you mean? It's 2 millimeters.
Design with a new dual layer OLED display. Literally 2 OLED panels stacked right on top of each other. And that was a huge component cost upgrade for this brand new generation of iPad. That is where the price bump came in. That's why it was $200 more, not because of the storage. See?
Okay, that's fair enough. That's fair enough. That's fair enough.
Screen right there with the 128 gigabyte config. See how it's edited? For this generation of iPad, it never existed. There was never a cheaper option for the OLED iPad Pros. They never came in 128 gigabytes of storage. They literally did not sell it. So to actually edit this config on the page is pretty deceptive.
What do you mean edit?
And you can even tell they edited it because there's no area where it says that it comes with the M5 or M4 chip. There's no area telling you how much unified memory it comes.
Is he accusing him right now that he's faking the video? I mean, I agree with him on the point that it's a new generation, you know, they did some extra things. Fine. We can give him that one, but that is now it's getting weird. I mean, the Apple page in Germany looks completely different from the Apple page in the US. It could just be that he's from a different in another country or in another region where it looks differently than from his. I don't know.
And honestly, this is just a really weak argument in general. Sometimes companies do just bump up the storage at no additional cost. I think a really good example of this is this year's iPhone 17 and 17e. Both kept the same starting price and doubled their base storage. Sometimes a company does do that. They get with the times, they increase the storage, and they don't charge you anything extra.
Wait a minute. What does it say from 800 and here it's 500? Wait, this is a different iPhone. This is 17e. What? Wait, are we being deceived right now? What's going on here? Wait a minute. Do we have to be more careful with this video? What's going on?
And doubled their base storage.
Wait, this is a different product. Look, it's iPhone 17e. It's not even the same product that was shown.
Sometimes a company does do that. They get with the times, they increase the storage, and they don't
okay, but how much is it on the actual product?
anything extra. It's not always
Wait,
a
what's
gotcha.
going on here?
Another claim is that the iPhone Air isn't actually as thin as Apple says it is, and the marketing is deceptive, and I don't even want to argue this one. I'll just let Mr. Who's the Boss in the past debate Mr. Who's the Boss in the present, and I will let you decide.
Very often in today's world, the specs that make a product the most marketable are not the specs that are most useful to a user. Take thickness.
Yeah,
the
what's
spec that
happening
matters
here?
really is the maximum thickness. Like Apple calls the iPhone Air the thinnest iPhone ever. And while that's true for this section of the body here, it's not true for the whole phone. I've got an iPhone 7 here, which is thicker than the iPhone 6, by the way, but still, this is thinner than the iPhone Air when you factor in the cameras. And it's not like you can take them off. It's just such dumb logic. I'm going to be honest with you. This phone absolutely
7 months ago
creates an impression. Like the first time I picked the thing up, my mouth involuntarily formed a silent O as I truly came to terms with how, at 5.6 millimeters, this is thinner than any previous iPhone. This is thinner than Samsung's ultra slim Galaxy S25 Edge. The thing's thinner than a pencil.
I don't know who to believe here. They both.
Yeah, but he was comparing the specs that he was giving, right? I mean, this was not related. Like, okay, like he was comparing those specs, and then in his video he was comparing the specs that he got from the company, right? The 5.6 millimeters. That's how I would see it, but I don't know.
This is thinner than any previous iPhone. This is thinner than.
I don't know. I mean, it gives speculation for, you know, misunderstanding, let's say like that, but I wouldn't count it as he's lying to us.
Samsung's ultra slim Galaxy S25 Edge. The thing's thinner than a pencil.
I don't know who to believe here. They both made pretty convincing arguments, and they both had really sophisticated, intelligent-sounding British accents.
Okay.
This is a tough one.
What is the British accent having to do with this?
Actually going to comment on this. So you're telling me that when you got the hands-on time with the iPhone Air, in the moment where it mattered, where, you know, 6 months ago, you could have told people that the marketing deception of the iPhone Air was that it wasn't the thinnest iPhone. You either thought it was the thinnest iPhone, or you just
But this is what the market
regurgitated the Apple talking points that it is the thinnest iPhone without believing that it's the thinnest iPhone. But now 6 months later or 7 months later,
they're trying to compare iPhone to Samsung? What?
Apple was being deceptive in their marketing. Huh. Almost like you could have told people that before they decided to buy it.
I don't know, man. This seems really picky to me right now. Like, before he was literally using what exactly they were promoting. Maybe it was even a sponsored thing, you know? Or they sent them the product for free and they were like, yeah, but please mention those things. Or, you know, sometimes you get like a brief if you get something for free where they say, where they highlight the you know, they tell you what is the biggest highlight of the thing that you can cover. And then you jump on those points and read the text. So I don't know. I would say it's edge. It's a double edge, to be honest. I would say, I would give either of them the point, to be honest. I think it's fair. It's a fair argument to make, but it's also a weird one.
I don't want to tell you about your job, but I think that information would have been more valuable back then if that is what you truly believe. Okay, after a second rewatch of this video, I gotta be fair. I think most of my complaints do stem from Mr. Who's the Boss's segments from this video. The arguments overall are very sensationalized, and every time they're not really backed up by anything. So
like what? Yeah,
I think for the most part, MKBHD, the second collaborator of this video, he does a pretty good job. He describes some of the more deceptive marketing and branding companies use, like a 1.5K screen, 1-inch sensors not actually measuring out to 1 inch, and how companies love to use material grading terms like aerospace aluminum or surgical grade stainless steel, even though like so many products use those materials that they kind of lose their meaning. However, I do have one exception where he talks about smartphone glass, and he
What? No, why is it Apple again? I thought we are talking about the full video. No. He's gonna talk about Apple, isn't he?
Obviously feels very passionate about this because he put a full video up on his channel talking just about this specific segment. It's actually a much longer video. In this video, it's actually a really short segment, but basically, he does an explainer about how companies either have to choose between making glass softer or harder, whether they are prioritizing scratch or drop resistance, and how each year, basically, the company has to choose one or the other. Like, they can't get both more scratch resistance and more drop resistance at the same time. It's a pretty good explainer. It's very educational going over the trade-offs, except there is one problem that I have with this argument.
What is the problem?
And that is that there have been actual advancements to glass technology pretty recently with Apple's Ceramic Shield 2.
Okay, now I want to see examples.
Already.
Because they back that one.
Some of the comments down below already were typing about how Ceramic Shield on the iPhone is on some other level.
Now, Apple talks a lot about the manufacturing process of Ceramic Shield 2. You could dismiss this as marketing, but I think it is a legitimate advancement in glass technology, at least from everything I can read. It appears to have the same shatter resistance or drop resistance as Ceramic Shield 1, but with the coating of Ceramic Shield 2, it is also much more scratch resistant. So you kind of get the best of both worlds. It's one of those topics that does fall apart when you look into it a little bit, because one of the things I remember about this iPhone 17 launch in particular was the annual torture test that Jerry Rig Everything does, and you know what? I'll just let him explain it in his own words.
Oh, okay.
Let's start with the scratch test of the new Ceramic Shield 2.
I mean, it has scratch resistancy, right? So why are we doing a scratch? Okay.
Which is supposedly 3 times more scratch resistant.
Yeah.
Cool. See about that. Plastic usually scratches at a level 2 or 3, glass scratches at a 5 or 6, and sapphire usually scratches at a level 8 or 9. And as you can clearly see from my pics, the level 6 marks are basically non-existent, and we also barely see any scratches at a level 7.
There's some tiny particles left, but that's okay.
So I can't even say the thing I always say. Apple ruined it.
It was 3 times more scratch resistant specifically. Every single one scratches at level 6 with deeper grooves at a level 7 because it's still glass.
The Ceramic Shield 2 from Corning is definitely a massive improvement this year.
Back in his video about this, literally says Apple has made a significant improvement to its glass this year. Something that he has not seen before on
it's related to the scratch resistance, right? Not for the
any of the various iPhones that he...
I mean, the point, if I remember correctly, the point was, if the scratch resistance is going up, the other one is going a tiny bit down. Not much, but a tiny bit. We saw the curve, right?
He put through his scratch tests.
But just like we've done with hundreds and hundreds of other phones over the past decade, let's start with the scratch test of the new Ceramic Shield 2.
So why are we being told that this is marketing deception when in reality, it appears like there has been improvement?
But the point is not that there was no improvement. The point was that they are sacrificing one point to improve the other one. And then in the next one, they will improve the other one again so they can say it's better, 3 times better, 4 times better than the previous one. While the other one is then going down again. You know, that is the point. It's not the point that it's gotten worse. The point is that one point is improved while they worsening the other one a little bit.
improvements to
which is fine. It's a development, but it's showing you how it's kind of deceiving you into thinking it's way better than the previous one.
the glass material to make it more scratch resistant than ever before.
Every single one scratches at level 6 with deeper grooves at a level 7.
No,
Wait, didn't we just saw this?
But it doesn't. It literally doesn't get the scratches at level 6. And the level 7, it's...
Yeah, that's what we just said, but something else gets sacrificed.
It's not as bad as it was before. Now listen, I kept these claims to the Apple-related topics. It's the one where I'm the most knowledgeable.
Okay.
And it's the area when I watched this video where some of the
6,
false
7?
or misleading
Okay.
claims immediately jumped out to me. But I do want to be fair to the video. I think there are some topics where they do a good job at explaining deceptive marketing tactics that are used by other companies. Areas like peak brightness on smartphones or TV motion rates and how more megapixels doesn't necessarily mean a better photo. But
Wait, but this was also from Apple. Why is he showing the Samsung one right now? Wait, is he actually an Apple fanboy? Is he doing this intentionally? What is going on? I'm feeling deceived right now. Wait, what's going on
even in
here?
that example that I just pointed out, which is true,
But he also showed an Apple example.
it is
What's
also
going on
a
with the
little
Apple
misleading in
one?
this video. Like, I don't need to defend Samsung here, but you can actually set the camera to take 200 megapixel photos on a Samsung phone, even if by default the photos are binned to 12 megapixels. Like, that
Yeah.
was not explained in the video at all.
What? Wait, what? He did say that. What was...
200 megapixel photos on a Samsung phone,
Yeah.
even if by default the photos are binned to 12 megapixels. Like, that was not explained in the video at all.
But he did explain that. I remember that part. Wait
Is
a minute.
resolution, which
Yeah.
beyond a certain point doesn't matter at all on a phone. Like the last 4 generations of Samsung phones have
Yeah.
had a 200 megapixel resolution. They're still shooting their actual photos in 12.
I think
Okay.
that's really all I have to say, right? Like, the video is littered with so many
The heck?
talking points that are either confusing, misleading, maybe even flat out false at some times. I think the whole video feels poorly thought out, and if this is aimed at the everyday user who
I
isn't going to
don't know,
do
my
any research
dudes.
beyond what
To me, it just seems like he's trying to defend Apple. You know, I gave him the point in the ship comparison on the website. That was a fair point. We give him the point there. But for the other things, I don't know, my dude. I don't know.
watching this video, that's bad, because they're just going to walk away watching this video and accept a lot of these claims as true.
Yeah, but it's not like they are only framing Apple for it. They say it's every tech industry. That it's every tech company, basically. That's why they also showed Samsung. That's why they showed Huawei, Nokia, and all the other things. Because it's about tech companies. It's not to attack Apple. It's to attack the industry. It's to show what they are what tricks they use to deceive people. And that's what they did. Yeah. Like, even with the storage thing, we look in his own video, and in his own video he was showing a perfect example. Like the what was it, 32 gigs of RAM. Like, they cost like $450 if you buy them separately for yourself, which you can replace anytime. Meanwhile, if you buy it on a dedicated thing, which you will have to replace a fully thing, which is gonna be more expensive even, it's probably costing like $500-600 plus for the same thing. Like what the frig? Like, what the frig? It was showing that the price was much higher, which was the claim. So I don't really understand this video so far. I don't know. And this an Apple can go in the corner. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, he had one fair point. You know, I don't wanna put it away. He had one fair point, but outside of that, it seems more like he's a little bit too much in the Apple rabbit hole. I don't know.
And listen, I think it is great when we hold tech companies to high standards.
Yeah,
but
that's good.
I
Yes.
also think we should apply those same standards to the people that cover tech. Words have meaning. To say a company is lying
Kiki, hello.
is a bold
Why are
claim
you awake?
that needs
Why are you
to be
awake?
backed up by factual evidence, not just feelings. The more we toss around these powerful words without the receipts to back it up, the more our audience tunes us out, the more we lose credibility. And when a real issue arises, and there are plenty in the tech world that demand this type of attention, well, the next time, maybe the people won't listen to us. It's like that line from Spider-Man.
Really? Wait, do you wake up at 4 a.m. or something like that? Wait, but you was there like an hour ago. What do you mean I just got up? You slept for 1 hour?
With great power comes
what do you mean?
Mr. Who's the Boss and MKBHD, they are the biggest tech channels out there. They have tremendous influence in the way that tech is covered, how it's conveyed to a mass audience, and it impacts everyone in the tech community.
I mean, I got his point there. It's fair. But he is... I don't know. He puts this video... Like, he's like... How do I say this? Like, I think he is putting a little bit too much into it right now.
What they say matters. And this is a collaboration between both of them. This video is going to get millions and millions and millions and millions of views. And unfortunately, people are gonna watch this and walk away misinformed.
It's not misinformed. For me, like that's what I got from it. The point is not to make Apple look bad, as he's trying to make it look like. The point is to show those tactics that these companies use to make their product look better than it actually is, or to make it look like they improve more than they actually did. That's the point of it. It's not to stop buying tech products or expose like a big tech company. It's common strategies that they use, and they want to share it with the community, so they might be a little bit more aware when they do the next purchase. They look a little bit more into the specific. They look a little bit more into what they're actually buying. And that's a good thing, right? It's a good thing. Like, people should have more awareness of what they are getting and not just click on the buy button. Like, I think it's a fair point. So I don't really get the critics. Like, I get those points that he pointed out, but at the same time, he's also making a lot of other points that doesn't make any sense. So I don't know. I came for water. Okay, interesting.
Tech shouldn't be this inflammatory unless it needs to be. People come to us not just for entertainment, right? They come to see me put on glasses and a stupid sport coat and a tie, but they also
what I came for.
to be informed. They come to us with purchasing decisions. We are literally helping customers spend their hard-earned money. And that is a responsibility I do not take lightly. I do not make a joke of it. Am I?
I will shut my mouth right now.
Perfect. I'll be the first one to tell you. Greg's Gadgets, he gets things wrong all the time. I probably got some stat or figure wrong in this video. And with the nature of YouTube, I have been known to put a clickbaity title or a thumbnail. Not necessarily because I want to, but because everyone knows there's a YouTube algorithm. You got to play the game to some extent if you want people to see your
it depends how you make your title.
However, when you click on my video, I always aim to provide accurate content to
yeah. We definitely did not disagree on anything.
Inform users, not misinform. Like, on the off chance either of these creators stumbled onto this video, like you're watching me right now. Hello. How are you doing? I'm
not the creator, but I'm a creator.
What was the point of this video? What were you trying to accomplish? Because if these tech companies are truly lying to their customers, why are you guys actively participating in a system to promote
It's to point out tactics that are being used to deceive people or to make them believe something what is not true. And from my standpoint, as mentioned, it's primarily to spread, awareness, to make to look a little bit closer to those numbers when you actually check out the product, so that you don't fall into a trap and just click buy and are like, oh wait, why didn't it do that? Why didn't it do that? So
you both have had the chances to interview top tech execs. Why not call them out on these practices for your audience? Like, if you want to see a real profile and courage about tech companies lying to you, and let's use specifically Apple, this interview by Joanna Stern is a masterclass.
Damn.
So I do want to get to what you announced yesterday and some of the big announcements. I want to talk a little bit about last year's WWDC.
Yeah.
Start there.
Damn.
Last year, you announced a smarter AI-driven Siri. Where is she? So 2 parts of this that I want to unpack. I mean, one is that...
Okay, this is a fair recommendation.
You showed this.
I actually appreciate that.
It's great that you set this high bar, but you're also Apple. I mean, you've got more engineers, more cash than most companies, maybe any company. Why couldn't you make it work? You have mentioned Apple Intelligence a lot, and to be honest, I'm not really a big user of Apple Intelligence. I'm using a lot of your competitors' products. Can you or will you keep up with that competition? And will that include
those are all the AI questions. What's going on here?
More? I mean, is this the effort to make Siri this more interactive AI?
Why is everything about Siri? Is this a Siri interview?
Apple
What
told
the
you,
heck?
one that you could use for this video that would have been legitimate and actually would have been useful to the current state of Apple, is about Apple marketing and lying about a more personalized Siri assistant coming to their smartphones.
Okay.
Not just with the iPhone 17, not just with the iPhone 16, but with the iPhone 15 Pro. We are looking at a 2-year promise that hasn't been fulfilled.
Damn.
A real lie from Apple, real deception, a real marketing tactic that could have had a customer spend money on a feature that they didn't need.
Oh, god dang it. I just saw the Frost actually made hydrate thing. I really need to set up these notifications at some point. I'm planning to go over these things probably in the next few weeks. So I will probably set them up by then. But yeah, okay. I actually need to drink something because someone put it on Twitch. I just didn't saw it. God dang it. Yeah, I'm also planning to update my bot at some point. So maybe I can just let the bot write it in chat if someone redeems it. That's probably the smarter approach. And then I will know, definitely. What do you mean? Someone redeemed it in the freaking Twitch. Okay, let's continue with the weird video.
Now, do I think Mr. Who's the Boss or MKBHD, Aaron and Marquez, do I think they are lying to you just like they claim these companies are lying to you?
No. They
Like I
actually
said at the
claim
start
they
of
are
this video,
lying.
Think of this video more as a debate. Think of it more as a conversation.
Okay.
I like that. Listen, I just think the claims in their video were poorly researched, over-sensationalized, with the express intent to kind of get you angry and to keep you watching.
It didn't make me
But other than that,
angry.
I don't think these creators made the video
I don't know.
with
Did
the
it make anyone
express
angry?
intent to deceive or lie to you. Actually, in reality, these YouTubers have kind of grown to unimagiable heights.
I mean, it spread more awareness, but it wasn't really making me angry. I was like, oh, okay, that's how it works. That's crazy. That's what we went like. We didn't went like, oh, those damn tech companies. It's not like, you know, compared to how we watched the Shein thing. That was angry, but yeah, the tech thing was fine, actually. I got angry. Wait, what? Why?
Marquez is lying to you.
What the frick? Why is the chat gone? Wait, let me reload this thing. What happened over here? Tomata. Let me do this one here. Then this one here. I don't know if it works. Yeah, no, it's back. I don't know what happened. I got angry for the fashion ones. Yeah.
You would be wrong anyway. Considering there's a really good chance they didn't do most of the hard research for this video. It's kind of like I'm debating with CNN right now, or like a news outlet. These people are kind of just the faces of media companies at this point. I guess that's why when I watched these videos, I wasn't angry. I was more kind of like disappointed. I was disappointed that there wasn't more care and attention put into this video.
Because the iPhone one is
It is
I really
also
don't
a
care
shame
about it,
that these
but
two
yeah, I don't like the
incredibly
iPhones. That's
popular
fair.
YouTubers with their big teams and their incredible amount of resources couldn't tackle some of the
I mean, Apple is having
legitimate
some
issues
advantages, but
going
it's just
on
for
in
that
big tech right
price,
now.
it's not worth it. If
Privacy
it would be cheaper, I would probably get
social
a
media
Apple phone as well, but
AI
not for that
potentially
price
replacing
that
the
they are at the
workforce, AI
moment. Hell nah.
psychosis,
Hell
or
nah.
big tech building massive data centers and literally displacing communities, literally making drinking water undrinkable.
Damn.
Like for all the topics they could have covered as big tech lying to you.
That's fair. They could have covered it a little bit more and went a little bit more into the specific and what it means.
Could have had a
I can agree with him on that one. Yeah.
But I guess those topics aren't as clickbaity as like with the premise of this tech company lied to you, or Apple lied.
We actually have 2 points that we agree on and 10 that we don't, but that's fine. That's fine.
The
That's fine.
biggest disappointment again with this video is just the amount of resources these two have. You have 2 channels, both with over 20 million subscribers, the biggest tech channels out there.
I don't know. It feels like
Making a
he's
video
repeating
that
himself over and over.
I
I'm looking right now where the video is ending,
supposed to
but I
set
don't know
the
what he's
bar
saying, of
high.
course.
You could set the bar
I don't know.
anywhere you want. You guys are at the top.
Okay, we're gonna stop it here, actually. I'm gonna just look to the comments. I wanna see if I'm the only one with this opinion. Maybe I'm the biased one, you know. But let me check. This feels more like a PR and damage control than a genuine argument. Didn't say companies are lying illegally. It was about how marketing can technically be true, but still misleading in framing. Yeah, that's what we mentioned. It's the same critiques that we mentioned. Yeah. Okay, it's not about lying, it's about deception. Yeah, that's what we cite. I think you missed one key thing. MKBDHD said. The glasses are improving generally, but not as one companies making. Yeah, that's the point that we made as well. As they mostly keep going back and forth between scratch resistance and shutter resistance. That's what we said, yeah. We can't keep throwing big words around like lie. Those exactly that in the thumbnail, yeah, and in the title as well. He's doing the exact same thing. That's true. Only dummies upgrade their devices every year. That is technically also true, but usually people do it, I don't know, every 4 years, 3 years. It depends how expensive it was, what tech you used, yeah. Deception, not always lying, is rampant online, especially YouTube. As an M1 Max user, the marketing for M5 Max touched my heart. Too bad my laptop is still perfectly fine. Really? That's interesting. Because for I already explained it, but my Dragon Ball had a completely different experience. Like it's basically... It got... Okay. I can't tell you how slow it was. So he bought it, and about 2-3 years after, you know, the booting up was really slow, and really regularly when he opened the browser and just watched YouTube or something, it just crashed. That's how bad it was. So maybe the chip was defect, I don't know. But like if I hear the story, I was like, what the frick? What the hell? But yeah. I'm back. Welcome back. Yeah, we are pretty much at the end of the stream. Actually, he also commented. What did he commented here? This feels more like a PR and damage control. Why is it okay falsely market the videos? It's kinda my point. What? But you do the exact same thing right now. You say people should not do that, and then you do the same thing. This makes no sense. Yeah, okay, another one. What is this one? The glass. Okay, the glass. What is he gonna reply to that one? Let's see. Wait, where is it? It said there was a reply from him, but I must be blind. The heck? Did he delete his comment? What is his name again? Yeah. Interesting. Well, I don't know, man. I think he was more on the Apple side. I think he was a little bit biased, unfortunately. He made 2 points that I agree on. But besides for that, everything else was pretty much just babbling around the topic or actually making even wrong comparisons, like the RAM example that we saw. Like this, I don't know where it is here. Like in his own video, he was showing these things. Like here, 32 gigs, $460. Then, and you can exchange it any part, you know. And then here, where's the other thing? He was showing it right afterwards. Was it this one? No, was it before it? Where was it? There was something with like $200 and $400. I forgot where it is. I mean, we saw it earlier. But yeah, there was this example, and then $200, $400, which makes it more expensive. And on top, it's combined with the GPU, so you would pay that one on top as well if you repaired. So if you repaired, the repair would probably be like $700, $800, maybe even $900. Like more than double the price. Like, wow, come on. come on. Yeah, I think he's just defending Apple a little bit too much, but he made 2 valid points, and then yeah, outside of that, I mean, yeah, it's fine. So nice to see you. What? But lucky I'm back. Yeah, unfortunately we are at the end of the stream right now. This was the last video that we are checking on today. But tomorrow and the day after we have some gaming streams. So if you look over here on my channel on the post section, you can see the full schedule. And tomorrow we will be checking out on City Skylines. We will continue our city again. The last time we were walking on the trains, and this week we are planning to walk on the buses. Since we have trains, we have everything but the buses. So we will work on that tomorrow. Make a small bus system, see how it goes, improving it. Maybe also start on the first expansion outside of our main city. We will see. And yeah, that's the things that we will work on. And then later on, if there's still enough time doing the stream, maybe we can even make a port. Let's see how far we can get. And yeah, and then on Sunday we will play Neverness to Everness, the GTA anime game again. So that will be fun. And yeah, that's the plan for the next 2 days. Next week there will be a few. Next week I will be off a few more times, to be honest. Because we will prepare, because in 2 weeks we can celebrate our 5 years anniversary stream, and we will do a 24-hour stream. So I will get some rest and prepare a lot of things, because I will not be able to work for 24 hours. So I will prepare a lot of things work related next week as well. Because yeah, you know, I have to advance them, otherwise, you know, if I'm gone for 1 full day and something goes wrong, well, frick me, you know. So yeah, say uwu. There you go. Okay, that's it for today. Thanks for watching. Tomorrow we play City Skylines, and yeah, I'll see you. Bye bye.